issues, entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our
Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. It's a blissful Wednesday morning, and you are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show right here on Ghana Talks Radio. You're welcome to the news headline review. Right here, we bring you all the latest headlines making waves in the news, from business to politics, from sports to entertainment. We got you covered with the most relevant stories and informed perspectives on issues that matter to you every morning right here on the show. I am your host, Ruth Esenam Fiagbedu, and I'll be doing this with Miss Debbie Adoso and Miss Regina Bless. Good morning, my ladies.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
The grace is sufficient.
We thank God, we thank God. Auntie Red. Kotoko.
Auntie
white.
Red, yellow, blue.
Yeah.
Share.
We started.
Mintomu
Yeah, just here.
Mintomu ye. Today is Wednesday, and it's my day. You know, I have to, be happy and excited. And as part of that, I decided to wear white today. Yes.
So who told you you are wearing red means
I
you're not
wonder.
excited?
But I did not say anything. I said Madam Kotoko. I said Madam Red. Anyways, how are you doing? How are you? How's the night? Long shots. Some way, somehow. Scary dreams.
Oh.
Or you were dreaming about food. Right. That's nice. Yesterday, the Ayawaso East by-election. Baba Jamal emerged winner. I think it was obvious. We all knew Baba Jamal would win. But the voter turnout was low. Very, very, very low. And I was disappointed for the fact that voting ended at 5 o'clock. And as at 8, they hadn't declared the results yet. I was wondering what was keeping them. But so far, so good. What do you think? What's your whole assessment of the by-election yesterday? Miss Regina?
Okay. So, looking at the news flying about, since we didn't have the chance to go, I think the PRO for the Ghana Police Service, I think that is Mrs. Juliana Oben. She specifically said they are doing everything in their possible best to make sure that security is tight and also everyone is safe. And also I saw SP, the musician, Sapon, he also said that police is your friend. So when you see the tight security and a lot of police, they don't be afraid. Just come out and vote peacefully and go. And also, I think most people were saying that the low turnout, like people really didn't come out to vote. We don't really know why. But according to one of the NPP gentlemen, he said because they know that NPP will win. That is why most of the people are not coming out to vote.
They know that NPP will win.
Yes, they know that NPP will win. And according to him, they've not done any significant development in their constituency, so people are reluctant to come out and vote for NDC. And he also said something of that sort. He said something of that sort about Mirefi. But last, Baba Jamal.
Everybody will take breakfast.
Yes, Baba Jamal won. I think it was obvious from the
Yeah.
beginning that he would win. So now that he has the power, he has the seat, I think he needs to make sure that he does everything within his possible power to make sure that development comes into that into such constituency or into that constituency. For him to leave a higher position to come to that position, I think he really has the interest of the people at heart. So
Right.
kudos to him.
Kudos to him. You made mention that people are complaining that they've not brought any sort of development to the constituency.
Yes.
I don't know what happened. I went to the comment section. I think I read it to you yesterday.
Yes.
When the person wrote that Akufo-Addo lived in Nima
For many years.
all his life. He became Ghana's president for 8 years
Nothing.
and still didn't do anything in his
Nothing.
constituency. So, what is the problem?
What is the problem?
I mean, Miss Debbie.
Yes, I think what we were expecting yesterday, we saw exactly that. The election was peaceful. That was one thing we were hopeful
Yeah.
for. And I saw election observer Koko Anyido, who was there with his card. He was being interviewed by John News. And then he said he's very, very happy because as at 4 to 5 a.m., which he arrived there, he saw the presence of the police. I mean, safeguarding the whole place, the ballot, everything was in check. I mean, the place was ready and safe for the people to come and vote. So it tells you that everything is in place. And I think he also commended the Electoral Commission for putting things in order, and also the police for ensuring that everything was in order. Then I heard the police officer too, the what's the name? The police were deployed to ensure there was peace during the election. I think their head also, he also spoke, and then he said that this election has been one of the peaceful by-election they have experienced in the country. So it should tell you that it went well. The low turnout, I mean, it's still some sort of fear in people because we saw videos where the MPP was happy, and then they were saying that their candidate was going to win. At a point, I was pushed to believe what they were saying because the turnout was very, very poor and discouraging. Then I heard one of the voters also saying it's because they are in the season of Ramadan, and so a lot of Muslims, I mean, they don't have the strength to come and vote, but you should vote because even if you fast and you don't get a good leader to rule you, you'll still suffer.
The issue is not about strength, though. I think the issue has to do with temptation.
Which temptation?
Because you get to the ground, someone will go and say something to you, go and say something.
Oh no!
You spoil your
But
fast.
that shouldn't deter you from voting.
Exactly.
You need to go and vote. As I said, if you fast and you don't choose a right leader, you will still suffer.
You still fasting a day, you finish
Yeah,
fasting.
you'll finish fasting, but
and you come and face reality.
thank you. You come and face reality. So the best is for you to go and vote. But at the end of it all, the best person was given the nod to
Was
lead the
given the nod.
constituency.
Well, let's see what he also brings on board.
Mhm.
Congratulations to Baba Jamal, and the best man won. Let's see what you're also going to bring on board for sacrificing Nigeria, High Commissioner to Nigeria. You sacrificed it to be an MP. Then it means you have a lot in store for your constituency. So we are wishing you all the best and congratulations to you, Baba Jamal. At this juncture, let's dive straight into the news headline for this morning. CDD Ghana draft bill to regulate political party financing. The Ghana Center for Democratic Development, CDD Ghana, has drafted a new bill aimed at regulating how political parties raise and spend money in Ghana. According to the Director of Programs and Operations at CDD Ghana, Frederick Edu Jemfi, the proposed bill has been submitted to the Attorney General for review and possible presentation to Parliament with government backing. CDD Ghana says the bill is designed to close major gaps in Ghana's political financing system. The main concern is the growing influence of money in politics, including vote buying and excessive campaign spending, which they say is weakening the country's democratic system. Under Ghana's 1992 Constitution and the Political Parties Act 2000, political parties are required to disclose their funding sources. However, critics say enforcement has been weak and spending limits are not clearly defined. Key proposals in the bill includes creating an independent electoral financing and enforcement authority, setting clear spending limits for political campaigns, defining an official campaign period, and strengthening disclosure and transparency rules. The aim is to ensure that political parties and candidates are more accountable about where their money goes from and how it is spent. Research has shown that the cost of contesting elections in Ghana has been rising sharply. A 2018 study by the Foundation for Democracy in partner with CDD Ghana found that the cost of running for parliament increased by 59% between 2012 and 2016, with candidates spending an average of $85,000. A 2020 follow-up study by CDD Ghana, supported by Adam Smith International, estimated campaign spending at about 4 million Ghana cedis per candidate in some cases. There have been concerns that some campaign funds may come from undisclosed or questionable sources. CDD Ghana organized a stakeholder forum in Sunyani in collaboration with the National Commission for Civic Education, with support from the UK's Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. The goal is to gather public input and refine the bill before it reaches Parliament. Ghana is widely regarded as one of Africa's stable democracies under the Fourth Republic. However, experts warn that the rising cost of politics could limit participation to only worthy individuals, increase corruption risks, undermine public trust in elections. CDD Ghana believes stronger campaign finance laws will help protect electoral integrity and strengthen Ghana's multi-party democracy. So CDD Ghana have submitted a draft bill to Parliament to monitor campaign financing. Ms. Debbie, your thoughts. Do you believe that creating stronger campaign finance law will help protect electoral integrity and strengthen Ghana's multi-party democracy?
In a way, yes. Then this whole thing means that they are bringing up a bill of which that bill will have to do like the state dedicated fund for political campaign, right? Now, the more reason why they are bringing this bill on board is because politics of late in Ghana is very, very expensive.
Very.
If you don't have money, you can't venture into politics. So even buying a form, and then when you read that, they said somewhere in 2012 to 2016, politicians were buying form at 5,000. Like you need to, the money, so according to their survey from 2012 to 2016, money politicians pump into campaign together with the forms they purchase. If you sum everything together, it's like 5,000. But that is 2012 to 2016. Now let's look at 2026. A form from a political party. I think recently when we went for the MPP,
Delegates.
the presidential destiny, is it not 100? Is it 100,000?
Yeah.
100,000.
Ghana cedis.
Yes.
So
For
that money, what do they use it for?
what would they use it for?
Would they use to campaign for?
It goes into the coffers of the party,
And then
and then they will use it. They'll use it for its intended purpose, whatever that purpose is.
100,000.
I'm telling you, that is if you want to, a candidate who is aspiring to become a president, or let's say a flag bearer of the
A flag
party,
bearer.
that is the amount you are supposed to pay. So all the candidates who went in for form paid that amount of money, and that money is not refundable.
into Oria Ashe.
What we are saying, Ankanche, sister, Ashe.
So they will not return a percentage to you.
Which percent? I don't know which percentage. They're not returning a percentage to you. It
So-
is. This is just like you being a business person, and then you know that as part of you being a business personnel, there are risks, and you have to take that risk.
But is that money sum up to campaign for the people they have elected?
To campaign for no. After you
An
pay
example
for,
is the NPP.
is the NPP.
We
Yes.
saw Educhum, we saw Kennedy
Right.
in Japan. They've lost. Does that mean that the money that they have, they are going to use to support Baumia's campaign in the upcoming 2028 election?
Well, I'm not in a party. I don't know how they do it, but I would say that yes, in a way, they will use that money to they use it for campaign, also use it for maybe solving internal challenges of the party. That doesn't go to the state, it goes directly to the party. And you know parties, they pay dues. They pay dues.
Yeah,
As a party, you pay dues. So all those money are taken to sort out, challenges and situations within the party. But looking at politics is very, very expensive. And that is why we don't even get people full of integrity venturing into politics, because you might be someone who have that determination to lead. You have the qualities of a leader. You can lead with fairness and transparency. You are ready to be accountable for the people. But if you don't have the money, no one is going to vote for you. Because don't forget, they've treated us in a way that even if you go to buy that form, 100,000, you bought it all. You are not going to campaign. That money is not part of the money you are going to use for campaigning. And not forget that you are going to give the people to something, because that is how you've treated us. You are still going to give delegates money to vote for you. So if you combine all these things together, where do they get that money from? Because it's not a small money. And so if let's say I've went for loan for campaign, and God being so good, I won. And then you want me to come to Pine and fold my arms. Where will I get that money? I have to try every possible means, get the money and sort out my debt. That is what I will do. So with this thing, if we don't take time, we will end up choosing thieves as leaders. We'll end up choosing killers, serial killers as leaders. We'll end up choosing people who do not have the concern of the citizens at heart because of money. Because see, if you have everything that it takes, and you still cannot give out the money, no one will vote for you. We are not looking at, as it stands now in Ghana, no one is looking at integrity. No one is looking at how fair or transparent you can be, how accountable you can be to the people. What they want now is money. Because if you don't have that money, so imagine you want to contest, you know within you that you are good. People around you are testifying that you are good. But if you don't have the money to go and purchase that form, why are they contesting?
You can't contest.
Yes, so what CDD is bringing on board is
It's a
good.
one.
But
I feel like they should have even been. But they say there's a law, but just that it's not being enforced. Yeah, from what I read, there's a law, but just that it hasn't been enforced yet. So right now, I think it's okay. It's a draft, so it's more or less like a rough work. So they'll take it to Parliament and then they'll deliberate on it.
But wait, if this bill is passed, it means it is the citizens' money, taxpayers' money that they'll use in funding their campaign.
Well, he didn't mention.
Yeah, he didn't mention, but automatically that is what it meant.
Just as you mentioned that the flag bearers, if aspiring flag bearers pay an amount of money, I think maybe they should consider looking at those monies to put together to help with the campaign, because you cannot come and use my money to achieve your personal ambition.
So if the bill will be passed, then in a way that is what it meant.
They will have to interpret it.
Definitely. Then I think that will make sense. But wait, with the dues they are paying, if you are going to campaign, I'm not sure the party is going to give you money to go and campaign. Or you are using your own money.
Well, let's see how it goes.
It is your own money.
We'll look more into that. Miss Eugenia?
Okay, so when it comes to the campaign issue we are all talking about, way back in school, I remember when you want to contest for any of the positions in school, SHS, you campaign yourself.
With your own money.
With your own money, yeah.
same goes to the politicians. They campaign with their own money. They don't go back to the party to take money from them to campaign. Say loan now because they are fine. People go as far as going to the banks to take loans just for campaign. So they dare not tell us that taxpayers' money will be used for campaigning. No, for sobena. There's nothing we would gain beneficially from that. And also to CDD, I think it's a very necessary call they've taken. Because tell me, especially, I think this has to do with the OSP, because where do people get such huge sums of money from?
She like 3,000.
Hey!
One says us coming now.
How come here? How come
say,
you get it?
We don't get it though.
You only hear of it.
The last time I was home, when I heard some people discussing that some minister came around to share 200, and I'm saying, I mean, quite them fan here. Miti area homes minim she. So they need to investigate those people. We know that they have financiers, people who are rich, but those people, where do they get the money from? What business are they operating? I don't want to say they are into black markets or black stars, but that campaign money and in Colesical,
You get it?
it's very huge. So I think
like it will build
Agenda
more
one.
agenda.
Yeah.
It can build more agenda.
You see, and one thing about Ghanaians, we've prioritized people who have a lot in their pockets more than people who have the ideas, the ambition.
That's one thing.
Semino, we want to campaign for one particular position, and I have the ideas, you have the money. People will go for the one who has the money because automatically nipa no the ideas ban sebi oni nyansa se sika no ni bi, and they will vote for the person who has the money because they know that at the end of the day anya obebo ahye say nya 500,000 bi obebo ahye. But ask yourself that for how long would you continue to spend that amount of money that has been presented to you? 500 cedis. Would you be able to spend it the rest of your life? No. But when it comes to ideas, the ambition, the desire, it would go a very long way because those ideas can be visualized into something more meaningful for everyone to partake in it.
Exactly.
So I think the CDD with the bill they are bringing on board is the right step in the right direction. And also as they are bringing, they need to make sure they investigate all of them, where they get the money from.
Yeah. So they are going to do it in a way that a budget will be given to you, that we are giving you this budget, and a period will also be given to you to campaign, because right here in our country it looks like you can even campaign
every day,
so the night before the election,
which is wrong,
which is very wrong. So these are some of the things that they propose that will be included in the bill, and it will be sent to Parliament. So I'm positive we'll hear something about it, and then once they buy into it that it's a good one, why don't we pass it? And I think we are good to go. But they'll have to interpret to us as at where the money will be coming from to finance these people. Is it going to be the taxpayers' money, or is going to be their monies individually? So they'll give them a budget. Right, let's proceed. Government revokes 541 last-minute Akufo-Addo appointment to uphold due process. Kwache Ofosu. Government has revoked 541 public sector recruitment, appointments and promotions made during the final days of the previous administration, following a review by a presidential committee. Presidential spokesperson Phyllis Kwache Ofosu announced the decision at a press briefing on Tuesday. He said the exercise was not politically motivated, but aimed at ensuring due process and compliance with public service proceedings. The review focused on appointments made by the administration of former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo after the December 7, 2024 general elections, during the transition period before handing over power on January 7, 2025. According to governments, concerns were raised that some of the last-minute appointments did not follow laid down procedures. After assuming office, Chief of Staff Julius Debra directed all public institutions to revoke appointments made after December 7th, pending review. However, following public concerns that legitimate employees could be affected, a committee was set up to examine each case individually. 36 institutions appeared before the committee. 28 had begun recruitment processes before December 7th. Over 2,000 recruitments, appointments, and promotions were reviewed. 879 had already been revoked by institutions themselves. 1,201 cases were pending review. After assessment, the committee recommended 1,539 appointments to be upheld, met at least 80% compliance, and had letters issued before December 7th. 541 appointments to be revoked, did not meet compliance standards, or were included after December 7th. Interestingly, the final number revoked, 541, was lower than the earlier 879 cancellation by institutions. Kwachi also explained that special consideration was given to some vulnerable persons, including individuals with disabilities recruited into the Ghana Education Service. Although some of those cases did not fully meet procedural requirements, government decided to regularize their appointment to avoid hardship. The presidency says the exercise was necessary to protect the integrity of the public service and force proper recruitment proceedings, prevent last-minute political appointments. Kwachi also insisted the process was carried out without malice and described it as a step toward accountability and rule of law. This development raises wider governance questions. A lot of questions. Miss Gina, you know I'll call you.
Okay, so before I start with what I want to say, I quite remember, I think during last year we were having a discussion pertaining this, where most of the appointments, the dates, they backdated the document, and it said 7th December and I appointed you. I said omatro your friend is saying, let's say 7th December, you were appointed October thereabouts, which is wrong. So some of the documents were not even original.
Legit.
They did not even take the correct credentials of these people, but they just appointed them just like that. And I don't want to say, excuse me to say, yeah, brony baye, because tell me why you are leaving office. You are leaving office. Why are you appointing people?
Promoting.
Why are you promoting people?
Recruiting them.
Why are you recruiting people? You see, and they even wrote to you that clarify you did not answer to their call. You did not even it's wrong. See, so you can say the MPP, no more agenda people are. They don't understand though.
Because they used it
exactly
against the administration.
This clearly shows a agenda. Everything shows it is agenda settings. Where the producer is a settings man. Why would you do that? Because as you are, and even with the people you are even nominating, promoting, recruiting, no budget was allocated for them. Nothing of that sort. How they will be paid? Nothing. And at the end of the day, these same people will still come back on the streets and protest against the current government that no provision was made for them. We are not being paid. Now, nipa no recruiting, but it is not so when it comes to our democratic country. So, to me, I'm very happy that they want to cancel most of the appointments and promotions. But if per investigations, and recommendations, you meet the criteria, why not? You can be maintained, then you work for the government. But if you are not, you yourself, me, if something like, I'll sack myself before you even come and sack me. And I don't know the mindset of the people who were promoted and recruited. You were happy that they were recruiting you all of a sudden. For how many years? 8 years. You couldn't recruit any of these people. You couldn't promote in their promotions.
Yeah.
But the people you are recruiting, for good 8 years, you couldn't recruit any of these people. And mind you, when we are talking of this recruitment, the public sector, the health sector, agriculture, everywhere, almost all the sectors, everyone was recruited there. So I think it's the right step for them to investigate and also revoke most of them, because you are not part of the budget. So you go home and go and sleep, go and look for a job.
That's more. But are you happy for the fact that they considered the persons with disability? Or you think since it was everyone, it should have just been cut across everyone? Because they considered the people with disability. So
persons with disability, they should consider them. They should consider them.
So you think it was right for them?
It's right.
It's not discriminatory.
No, not at all.
Also, per se, your phone, so koya tachaba.
Aye. Wait till me for that mama car ball.
Hey,
That is to your own risk. Okay. So for me, I feel like it's good. So I think if we revoke 879, and then out of that 1,201 have been considered, among which are the disabled people, and even with that 1,201, they are still investigating around it.
Pending.
It's pending. So it means investigations are ongoing, discussions are ongoing, whether you will be maintained or you'll be sacked. Because as it stands now, when I'm back and I'm back inside, or so I was saying but I feel like this thing was intentionally caused by the NPP government. So they want to make it look as if this current administration does not have the interest of seeing people being employed, but rather have the interest of pushing people away from their daily bread. But it's not like that. Why will you rule for 8 years and then you are left with 3 or 4 months for you to leave power, and then you are recruiting people? Like, who does that? You see, the people who have been recruited, I don't blame them, because see, if you've graduated and you've been in the house like 5 years, and then someone won't you be happy?
You'll be excited.
Trust me, you'll be very, very excited. Your mind it will never cross your mind that these people, they are gender certain people. It wouldn't even cross your mind that they are just using you to play. No. And in a way, they want to paint a bad picture about President Mahama and his government to the people. So someone has completed, say, 2011, 2012, and the person is still in the house. But we also instances where these people were demonstrating that they're in the house, they're not working, they should be employed. What's NASA? 4 months. And then you recruit them. There is no problem in recruiting them, but why didn't you allow them pass through the right processes, the right procedures? Because you feel like you are leaving. So it should become a burden to the current administration. No, it wouldn't be a burden. That one there. But you see, it's painful. The way we understand it and we are talking about now, if you're a victim, you won't understand it that way. What Gina Bayo said, the government is interested in you being broke, like you just being in the house without doing nothing. They wouldn't get it from the point of view we are getting it right now. That it was intentionally, this thing was planted and drafted by the NPP government, and they executed it just the way they plotted. And it's bad. It's bad. See, for the people that have been evicted, or maybe their what's the name? Letters revoked. It's not as if we are happy. We are all sad for them. But the truth is, they have a budget of the number of people that are employed, and even the number of people that maybe will be employed in a period of a year. The government allocates budget, they budgeted for that. So maybe in a year, the government institutions needs to recruit people like 10 or 20. You cannot recruit more than that. So if you're leaving power and then you're recruiting people more than that, then it means that you're going to put burden on the current incoming government, because they'll have to fight and ensure that they get more to sort you out, because you wouldn't be happy working and you're not being paid. So they will have to sort you out. But here lies the case. Also, no credentials, no, and yet procedures, no, so one film. And we know people, I'm sure most of them are there by protocol.
Yeah.
Protocol. You still have to go back, pass through the right processes and all that. I just hope that the remaining 1,201 people, after everything,
They're a lot, too.
there are a lot, yeah. 1,201.
That's a lot of people.
Lot.
That's a lot of people.
A lot.
And I don't get the fact that the NPP don't see anything wrong with
No,
it.
yes, they don't. They don't.
And they are
see.
using it that when Mama came, revoked the appointment of people, and you said you are going to give.
That
jobs
is why
to
I'm
people.
saying that it's intentional. It was something that was plotted by them, and then they end up executing it like just the way they planned it. Because tell me why, as a concerned leader, you will wait till your period is due, then you are employing people. Like, what are you trying to say? So it's intentional.
So like December 7th, we went to vote, and then after the voting, you sat in your office
And then you recruit people.
and you recruit people, knowing that you have lost the election.
So it's intentional. They intentionally did that so that they'll get a fault with the government, and then they'll speak about it. You see, of late they don't have anything to talk about. If it's no cocoa, then it is this. If it's no
Yesterday we
cocoa,
saw that they went
then
to the cocoa
it's because
farmers.
they have nothing to do.
Oh, but it's sad though.
They
It's
have
really,
nothing
really,
to
really
do.
Sad. Minority, you can do better. Please do better.
The fact that they are not realizing it, and then
We are wishing them the best. We wish those that their cases are pending. We wish them the best.
That's right.
And we are just hoping that they go through the process. They have the right credentials. They have the right document to be employed. It's not as if the government doesn't want to employ these people, but the right channel and procedure wasn't used. That is why they are where they are now. And to the people with disabilities that were considered, please show working. Show that we've given you the chance to work. In as much as your papers are not legit, we've given you the
least,
chance.
yeah.
You get it.
Prove
We've given you, so
yourself.
prove yourself
Right.
that you can
do
better.
it.
Like you can do better. Right. Thank you so much for joining us on the news headline review. Up next, we have Today in History with Miss Regina Bless.
Bringing you today in history on this day, 2009. The International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir over alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity in Darfur. The decision sparked global debate. Some African leaders criticized the ICC, accusing it of disproportionately targeting African leaders, while human rights groups praised the move as a major step toward accountability. Al-Bashir remained in power until he was overthrown in 2019. 2013, Kenya holds historic general elections. Kenya held a landmark general election under its new 2010 constitution. The election saw Uhuru Kenyatta elected as president. It was Kenya's first election under the new constitutional system, which created devolved county government. It followed the violent 2007 to 2008 post-election crisis that left over 1,000 people dead. The polls were closely monitored, both locally and internationally, to prevent a repeat of past violence. The election marked a major test of Kenya's democratic reforms and transition toward stronger institutional governance. To some few global observances, World Obesity Day, observed every year on this day and led by the World Obesity Federation. It raises awareness about obesity as a global health issue, promotes practical solutions for prevention and treatment, encourage government to implement healthier food and lifestyle policies. Each year focuses on improving access to care and reducing weight-related stigma. Lastly, World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development. It highlights the role of engineers in sustainable development, promotes engineering careers among young people, supports innovation aligned with the UN Sustainable Development Goals. It recognizes how engineering helps solve global challenges like climate change, clean water access, and infrastructure development. And that's all for today on Today in History and some global observances live on Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina Bless. Up next, we have Debbie's Grill.
Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear, or favor. With your so-called good economy, you can't pay teachers. So, aide to former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Kofi Tonto has criticized the governing National Democratic Congress, accusing it of mismanaging the economy and failing to support public sector workers. In an interview, he rejected claims that the previous government left behind a junk economy. He argued that despite economic challenges, the Akufo-Addo administration ensured workers were protected, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. He contrasted this with what he described as worsening living conditions under the current government led by President John Mahama. With your so-called proper economy, you cannot even pay teachers, you can't pay nurses, electricity 27% increment, water 20%, sustainability tax, you've increased it to 3%. He added that the extension of the onset clause and new charges on insurance had further burdened citizens. So this is a former aide to former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Kofi Tonto. He is saying that the current administration are claiming that they've stabilized the economy. They've claimed that everything is going on well. The cedi to the dollar is appreciating. Things are moving on so well. Why are they refusing to pay teachers? Why are they refusing to pay nurses? Because when we should look at the MPP administration, they paid nurses, they paid teachers, the economy was good, there was no demonstration, everything was going on well. So why is President Mahama and his government refusing to do the needful while they are claiming that the economy is on a good stance? Now I want to remember him, maybe he has forgotten. The MPP never handled our economy well when they were in power. The truth is bitter, but you swallow it. You never handled our economy well. Before you left power, our economy was in shambles. The cost of living was very, very high. In fact, it was extreme. Things became so difficult. Prices of goods were skyrocketed. And then you sit here today to tell Ghanaians that the MPP government handled the economy very well. You claimed you paid nurses. Now, nurses, no crowd. Did you recruit them before you paid them? You claimed you paid teachers. The same teachers you never employed. So which teachers were you paying? It was during your term that we saw massive demonstration. We saw massive demonstration by UTAC. Every month, every day, every week, teachers were going on demonstration. Why? Because they were not paid. Why? Because the allowances they were supposed to receive was not being given to them. See, let's stop being ungrateful and let's stop politicizing issues. Let's be sincere to ourselves, at least to ourselves. Let's be sincere to ourselves. The fact that you are able to patch yourself with a politician and every day you'll be given something to buy water doesn't mean that it is the same way for the ordinary Ghanaian. Because let me tell you, the 8 years of the NPP was hell. It was hell. It was hell to us. So you don't see it as your comfort zone and then you rubbish the work of the current administration. And the city to the dollar is stabilized. We might not really feel the impact, but we are feeling it. Because cost of living might not be what we want, but it has been reduced. Transport has been reduced. Prices of fuel has been reduced. Petty things that when you go to market to buy that was expensive, at least it has been reduced. So you want to we might not be fully okay, but at least for the 50% we are okay. What did MPP do to Ghanaians? What did they do to us? Or what good did they do to us? I think the only thing you will say is free SHS. That is the only thing you can say. Even with the free SHS, it has a lot of problems. A lot. People embezzled state funds. If not for this current administration, there are certain things we will never know. Example is the NSS scandal. We will never know. Students who graduated from the university and are supposed to serve the government for 1 year has dedicated their service to the government, and then the money that was supposed to be paid to the coffers to the account of this NSS personnel has been diverted into a private account. If not for this current administration, we wouldn't have known. And then you sit here to say that the government is not doing anything good, the NDC government is not doing anything good. I feel like you should bow your head in shame. Because the very thing you said was not possible, they did it. You people made us believe that we can never disassociate ourselves with IMF. But with the NDC, they've proven to us that even without IMF, we can still exist. We can survive. We can live. We can make a change. And that is what we are doing. That is what we are seeing. And they are working towards that. You made us believe that our economy will never get stabilized. And then you keep blaming COVID-19. You keep blaming Russia-Ukraine war. And then you sit down and you tell me, you tell Ghanaians, come on. We are not dumb. We can read. We've sat in class before. So we understand what is going on. Even a child that is born today will tell you the fact that things are moving on well. You are not seeing it because you are watching it from the lens of politics. That is why you are not seeing it. And that is my problem. The problem we have is that we use politics for everything. And so you know perfectly well that your government is not doing the right thing. But instead of you to say it, you're using politics. You want to paint a good picture. You want the MPP government to look so good. But no, let's be sincere to ourselves. You never helped us. You never helped us. You didn't. Tell me why you wait. So you see the reason why I said that most of the things the MPP did was so intentional. You were in power for 8 years. You did nothing. You didn't even recruit people. We saw instances where people graduated from school since 2012, since 2011, 2014, 2015, and they were still in the house. They were pleading on your government to recruit them 1 year. And then 4 months to election, 1 month for you to leave office, 3 days, you recruited them. And now you want to shift blame? Oh no. No, it will not work like that. But one thing I want to assure you is that President Mahama is a listening president. President Mahama is not a president that jokes with the feelings of citizens. Everything he says, he meant it, and he will do it. President Mahama will pay salaries to teachers and nurses. Do you think he is a father? He knows how it feels. When you have a child and child graduates and the child doesn't get work to do, he knows how it feels. He knows how it feels like when you work and you don't get paid. He works with his head. So he has feelings. He will pay them. And you see, the more reason why I feel like the NPP always backtracks issues that does not need to be backtracked with politics is because they fear this man is doing a lot. They fear the NDC government is doing a lot. And so that is the excuse you can only give. Aside that, what else? Coco. Aside that, what else? Nothing. Nothing. Even if we should compare Mohammed's 1 year, if not for maybe some ordinary citizens being so ungrateful, if we should compare President Mohammed's 1 year in government to the NPP 8 years in government, oh, Omoyebi, seriously, Omoyebi, because even the debt that was incurred by your government has been paid by the NDC government. Project that you started and never completed. At the last ended State of Nation address, he said it that he's going to complete Agenda 111 hospital. That alone should make you bow your head in shame, because money was allocated for that project. Scan away. Where is the money? Where is the hospital? Where is it? You can't even account to us. You use our money and you cannot even account to us where that money is. And then you sit there and you tell Ghanaians that the so-called good economy they are talking about and they cannot even pay teachers. Were you able to pay teachers? Did you pay them? Did you recruit them? I think from now onwards, before some communicators comes out to speak, I think you should fast check certain things before you talk. It shouldn't only be you communicating for a particular party. Weigh it. Be sincere to yourself at least. Be sincere to the listeners. Be sincere to Ghanaians. Be sincere to them. People who don't want to believe the fact that the NDC government is doing his best, leave with them. That is to their own cup of tea without sugar. But let's call a spade and not a big spoon. You can't see white and tell me it's yellow. You don't have color blindness. That is why we are saying that the NDC government 1 year in power is better than 8 years. Imagine the NPP is still in power. So please, we are begging you. Some things doesn't involve you buttressing it with politics. The NDC is doing massively well. Thank you for making time with me on the screen.
Thank you so much, Mr. B, for that grill. They should do something before you die. Right. But before we leave, Aguada has been released. Miss Eugenia, Aguada has been released. She's in town. Aguada Bao. Yeah, Aguada is back. Did you see the videos yesterday?
Oh yeah, I did.
And she was speaking in tongues. The excitement was actually there. You get it. Mm-hmm. And some people have raised concerns. I saw some comments on social media that if Aguada has been given, looking at what she did and looking at the duration she spent in prison, there's a probability that she will do it again because she has been pardoned. Do you think that probability may be right?
So, meaning I'm not in a head and I can't see what other people intend to do in the future. So I wouldn't have best answers for that. And we can't tell if one is acting or not, because people are good actors, and it can be that she's acting to be genuinely changed, or she's just acting to cover up. I think I saw a comment where one person said, "Jo, the way she's just speaking in tongues, very soon we'll hear a few moments later." Then she'll come online and be blasting people. And I think Debbie also said that with what she's doing, she might come back even smarter. She wouldn't come with her own self to do it, but she might even go employ people to do the work for her. So let's see what the future holds for her. I don't want to say if it's a presidential pardon, because President John Dramani Mahama doesn't have a hand in it. But this is or should I say spiritual amnesty? Because I think Prophet Emmanuel J said that God has forgiven her because she has genuinely cried unto God for a second chance, and God has really given her a second chance. And I also saw a recording of her. I think Ghana Prison Service posted it. Oh yes.
Yeah, I think they interviewed her.
And with the way she was talking, I was like, "Hey, now I got that said the worker say, "Who prison there?" Because I was a prison, no. Or she was taken to a more secluded place to do that interview.
Maybe it could be.
Anyways, with the way she's looking fresh too, dear.
Oh, but I said Nicola na shekaka.
Hey, we are sure.
Oh, I shekaka.
Ashu. She's naturally a fair person.
Yeah, she's naturally.
Maybe I'm answer.
We are just hoping that she doesn't go back to her old ways. Me, I'm not happy that they gave her just 1 year.
I honestly wasn't happy. Even if you want to reduce a sentence, not drastically like that. I don't want to say they were the judges were also paid, because I don't have evidence to that. But come on, from 25 years, from 15 years to that time is a lot. And looking at the crime, her crime is second felony. And per second felony, you need to make sure that at least 10 to 15 to 25 years in prison for her crime.
And she spent just
1 year.
1 year. Let me say, even some months.
You know, just yesterday, as she was released, she's not here. Just yesterday, as she was released, a video popped up where a 15-year-old boy was still in prison for just stealing, say, rice or say food items for the grandmother who was hungry.
15 years?
No,
the boy is 15 years.
Yes, and he's in prison. I was like, that's
a child.
It's a child.
That's a minor.
It doesn't even look like a juvenile center.
No, not at all. It doesn't. So our God is out here. We are just hoping that she doesn't go back to her old ways. But some people are not happy. Myself, in my opinion, I'm not really happy. But how for do? She's out. Thank you so much for joining us on the first segment of the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. We are going for the news shortly. Please stick and stay with us.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
GhanaTalks Radio ɛwɔ UK abrochimemu era from Ghana mu ha the sound system which is spinning machine papa every amana ne aba begu oman Ghana mu ha enti sɛ woyɛ ayie woyɛ engagement woyɛ wedding woyɛ birthday party political parties are moyɛ rally sɛ moyɛ asɔre a moyɛ crusade So we'll book carnival or any kind of event. Now we'll pay spinning machine papa a boss sound in the moon at the dia any American food GTR sounds at the amount. Your live band in so I would to answer at the frame ya beat me about the bois. Ama ujumedia woody and so at me I come up. Yawa enkan pupuni mantemo anya aponchi hotel a hope pepe ena yebutu odi ane se wo be frɛ mpanifo ɛwɔ 0546960510 GTR sounds emu wode angaza.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal. Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esina Ofiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Somebody ready to worship?
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the morning news update on Ghana Talks Radio. Coming up, Guta praises President Mohammed's 2026 State of Nation Address performance, citing economic progress. Minority demands cocoa price reversal. Ghana Police declares Ayawasu East by-election as most peaceful. Also coming up, NDC's Ayawasu East development speaks louder than words, they said.
Kwesi Bochwe Jr. seeks clarity on Ghana's job creation mechanism. These and many more coming up shortly in business, sports and showbiz. The Ghana Union of Traders Association has commended President Mahama for his 2026 State of the Nation address, highlighting fulfilled expectations and notable economic achievement. In the State of the Nation address, the president reported significant improvement, including GDP growth projection of 113 billion in 2025, up from 83 billion in 2024, placing Ghana among Africa's top 10 largest economies. Kuta's commendation reflects government's effort to restore economic credibility and stability.
Our expectations, no, na him say obeka bibia fa yenuanoma last week on ekoduja ewo Burkina Faso atorenchem ekoto won no na nti obehwa eno oka ho asem afen so no na ye hwese obeka bibia fa the women bank say adia say bank no astati eye juma ye ma no betimi akoho akojisika e di ahyewon dwam nti na ye hwese no so no omampanyi be den ebeka ho asem tie no so ye den oka ho asem se want to ne ma enche bia sa women's bank na best start ye den aye ejuma nti na ye sign so ahwenim bio se obeka bibi so afa the 24-hour economy no so ehun asem because eno so ya dia guta ye ni the 24-hour secretariat no ye ni won edi nkomo bebre ye hwese implementation be dey e start na nya na ye hwe ni ma komampanyi ye hwese obeka ho asem wanka ye duty ehun asem yeah because ansa na ye beto aba no oni e be hia e ma ye keka duty ho asem na wo hwese say the duty regime na ewo ho say na hydrin kakra nti a total overhaul and as a total rationalization of the duty regime ti no nanka ye hwese mampanyi ebeka ho asem but no wanye den wanka ho asem tami reti o mampanyi a memmo o mampanyi 7/10 because ya man mandate of 4 years say obetra Ghana akonya no so na Hresenia Ghana beko afat minim say sam re no so aka no so no obeko so aye dey atoso ne ma na ansa no de ne time no be wie no san in semia obobo so nyina no ebetima aye dey abam na Ghana aye dey afa no to mopefra.
The minority in parliament, led by Chief Whip Frank Anodomprez, standing firm on their demand for the restoration of old cocoa prices. As Parliament prepares to debate the State of the Nation address, Anodomprez emphasized on hearing directly from cocoa farmers about their struggles. Cocoa farmers have been protesting the recent price reduction, citing rising production costs and inadequate compensation. This was after the government had reduced the fixed farmer price by nearly a third to around 3,580 per ton, sparking outrage among farmers. The minority stance comes as Ghana faces challenges in its cocoa sector, including unsold stocks and delayed payment to farmers.
Yadamampeni ba mrashebedem said ye mambrano I can't prefer Sebrano Brano Emridu aso beka omai mu no mai koso omai mu chire ntina mrasha ne kete se eso pa no ba yi se adwuma no oba ya ne be kasa many feed ya report na se be fie mu ho abibia mampeni ba be die omai no ene mrasha be jofo be di sa nkomoni bia no yatin wate poi adi hu nkomo na said mpeni di nhihye gu apono so no na nka nne na mrasha be jofo ye di sa nkomo no na ubibusa se na ba mse ni abepie mu ha okusie mpewia no kwasa no se mpeni se ye di fatansa ye di hia na mpeni trasia yadwin ko kind. I didn't call Benkum, the Sanatia. Now, break ye, Cassia, a ball for my gun, and teach you a year your cook for. In name, being sit to do matua. Yena nanomo. Juma money year, the share ye be more baby do persuade. Said, ne, a quack of best be so ever betty by Rahum Emma by them walk as here. I say a sorry worker. A casset. I'm a banana. It's ya chair, you a soak to a yipebrim, the mighty minority. Ya chair, you say a being time I should be few. No more of come brofo. Na ye baha. Any more baby a cow. Na ya dream a pioneer, the fossil. Said ye bay a dear channel. Your common shine on me, the air shiny says a becan, as a yen and non-union mupia for Dopia, Bromojeni, Yejuma, Magana, Jeffan to my papa. It's Minkumaswa. A maniboni yetiawa, the bar set. And you said a baku once someone. Yan some to do an animal penny or a nimba for a mumu one. Into ye ba near any more bedi and kita kakra. Na ye who put my secret and the titi you who kind of first one. Ye na ye fishy and sabaka. Mammy kind answer better answer. Bama ni Yamin cassette. You could have buy minimum kitty. Now, TV show. First Republic, Second Republic, Third Republic, Fourth Republic. I should be just 4 years in one medical fool. I should be from years Abaco, and I'm a door, a woman, a human, and a cuckoo for what it is. The second, 80, a manipulative. The bar said, "Nemu Baba Dream, fine befaso." Na in Comwa, ye near a buying a deal. Any unnamed to America are ye too, a baby pay.
Director General of the National Patrol Department, Ghana Police Service, has lauded the Yawasu East by-election, describing it as the most peaceful. Police Superintendent Juliana Obin, Head of Public Affairs for the Accra region, noted that voters have been disciplined. The police had deployed adequate personnel to ensure a peaceful, transparent and orderly electoral process. The heavy security presence was aimed at protecting voters, candidates and electoral officials.
We have a track record. We did that in Kumewu. We repeated our success in Asinov and then went on to increase our success in monitoring side by elections at Ejisu. And then we did one for, Ablekuma. And lastly here. So when it comes to organizing by elections, I think the Ghana Police Service, in terms of we have scored PhD or professorship when it comes to organizing such elections. We are adequately prepared.
But for the coalition, I'm trying to see how the place has been barricaded and cordoned off. Do you have enough barricades, just as we saw with the NDC primaries? We saw some nice professional barricading of the environment. Are you going to have same here?
As you can see, you can tell everything come by issue. So you can see the deployment, the way it is. It allows you to go by the way it has been properly designed. That only who the presiding or returning officers to the ballot boxes will be allowed to go to a limit where they will submit their boxes before they enter the collation center, which is the other outside. So it has been done, and we still have a lot at Nima division that we can bring to Bifa. If you go outside, you can see they will secure the front. Motorbikes are not allowed in, vehicles are not allowed in. So you can see that the barricades have been properly used to ensure security.
Finally, you have men on standby task force that will be quickly deployed in case of any eventuality.
Eventuality, yes, we are fully prepared, rapid response. We also have our men in our,
Lawyer Kwesi Bochwe has requested information on the mechanism behind Ghana's alleged creation of 1 million jobs annually, citing President Mohammed's 2026 State of the Nation address. Portray Jr., who has filed a right to information request, wants to understand the job creation landscape to promote transparency and accountability in governance. The request comes as Ghana struggles with the high youth unemployment, with many graduates lacking practical skills and job opportunities. Experts suggest that enhancing technical and vocational education and training, investing in digital skills, and promoting entrepreneurship can help address the issue. His inquiry seeks details on institutions that recruited and created jobs, including government, ministries, private companies, and other entities.
We actually filed two RTI requests. The second one was to the Ghana Statistical Service to request for a breakdown of the 1 million jobs that President Mahama says is created between the first quarter to the third quarter of 2025. We want to know the number of jobs created in the public sector, the number of jobs created in the private sector. We want to know which institutions created those jobs. We want to know the persons who gained employment, within this period. Because 1 million jobs is a big deal. If we live in a country and every year a government is able to create 1 million jobs, I think that we need to be able to identify the mechanism in creating such, numerous jobs for our young people and encourage such a mechanism. And so I am requesting for a breakdown of the 1 million jobs that the president says is created in 2025. And so, MFA, this is a very simple request born out of growing public concern regarding the unemployment situation we have in this country and also the number of jobs that have been created. Because it seems to me that there is a disconnect between the data and the reality. Because you hear the president say that he's created 1 million jobs. However, you go onto the streets, people are crying of unemployment.
Maybe because he said 1 million, they found employment, will not amount to creating employment, right?
Well-paying jobs. He said they found employment, meaning they are working. Simplicity, they are working.
So that's different from created, right?
No, he says the
1 million
has created 1 million jobs between the first quarter and the third quarter. And so it is important.
Former National Democratic Congress constituency chair Williams has defended the party's track record in Ayawaso East, asserting that no other party has contributed more to the community's development. Speaking at the election headquarters, he challenged critics to acknowledge the National Democratic Congress achievement in the constituency.
There is no any political party who has brought development to this community than the NDC government. Right from the days of His Excellency the late President Jerry John Rawlings, we've seen the gutter that was abandoned some years back from Paloma to Kaukudi. It was done by the NDC government and the Rawlings. When President Atamis came, we saw the continuity from Kaukudi to the Culture Park. And when the late MP also took over from Dr. Mustafa, we saw massive development, like the pavement blocks that was put up by Honorable McNaza in those days. The Hot Coffee Road, the Nuria Road, the Francis Road, the Medina, the station, the Ashama station was done by the late MP under the auspices of NDC government.
What about recent years? What the people are calling for? I mean, recent times, let me say in the last few years. What about recent times too?
In recent times, the late MP who is gone has given scholarships to needy but brilliant students in my constituency. And I've been part of it. I've seen a school that was built around the Kanda, the Kaukudi area by the late MP. That is why today some of us are yearning for Honorable Baba Jamal to come and continue the legacy that has been left by the late MP. So if anybody tells you that the NDC government hasn't done anything in Nima.
The Ghana Tourism Authority has launched Heritage Month 2026, aiming to promote domestic tourism and celebrate Ghana's rich cultural heritage. The event, held at the Nationalism Park in Accra, featured cultural performances, exhibition and activities showcasing the nation's history, art and creative expressions. Tourism Minister Blaji Fagomashi emphasized the need of heritage in driving tourism growth, entrepreneurship and employment.
Atimpong atipangpa ama ene na mafuso aguso faso ede where the beauty of our culture and our heritage. The honorable minister, honorable Mamaga, the CEO, honorable Mamefua Wajetu, UNESCO, EU. Just say Ghana yet, Ghana you busy. Tourism are you busy? 50 January tourism are you busy? And they said the launching Ghana Heritage Month. I promote your culture and heritage. Be or that's a 5% and I say European dress and clothes. Oh, yeah, Shagara Tadia. And you know, okay, exhibition stand now, a war, exhibition stand in Ghana, and Yama, and you know, and Yania Ecoso, Ghana stands to enjoy enormous benefit with the month of promoting our culture and heritage. The better media, the show UTV, presenters now, this is a month and a moment for Bianca Atadi and to Manifia. What I say, seamstress and dressmakers have a farm and Cardianos, Homobeneska, and we don't know. This is the month I see, Obiadi, Ayakayaka, Obiadi, Wakula, Obiadi, Aya, Fufu, Obiadi.
In business, finance and tax analyst Nelson Kujo Kwagbeji has described the expiration of restrictions on new domestic bond issuance as a major boost for investor confidence and a positive signal for Ghana's financial market. Speaking in an interview, Nelson Kwagbeji said government's planned return to the domestic bond market is good news for the economy and the market in general, stressing that the move is likely to attract a broad base of investors back into longer-term securities. His comment follows an announcement by the Ministry of Finance declaring the expiration of the 3-year restriction on new domestic bond issuance. The measure had been introduced in 2023 at the height of the country's debt crisis. According to the ministry, the restriction was imposed to prevent governments from issuing new bonds after the debt default that preceded the domestic debt exchange program. Mr. Kwagbeji noted that in recent months, government securities in the money market have recorded persistent oversubscription, largely due to limited range of investment available within the financial market. He argued that the reopening of the bond market will help deepen and broaden the financial sector by offering investors more options beyond short-term treasury bills. Beyond improving market liquidity, the analyst emphasized the need of issuing longer-dated instruments to strengthen government debt structure. To sports, FC Barcelona's grand attempt to overturn a 4-0 deficit suffered in the first leg of the Spanish Cup against Atletico Madrid fell short. Barcelona beat Atletico 3-0 in the second leg of the semi-finals but failed to qualify to the finals after losing 4-3 on aggregate. McBurnell scored in the game either side, converted penalty, but Atletico held on to avoid conceding a fourth goal. Speaking to the club's media, Barcelona head coach said he was proud of his team's gallant fight despite exiting the competition. In showbiz, Lagos State Magistrate Court sitting in has approved 3 laboratories abroad for the DNA test of the late singer Mohbad's son. The counsel to the late singer's father announced the development after the court session. He disclosed that the court authorized 1 laboratory in the United States and 2 in the United Kingdom. While explaining that all parties will be present for the collection of samples, he noted that the singer's widow and Joseph Aloba, his father, picked 1 laboratory each, while the court also picked an independent one. The development came after Mohbad's father demanded a DNA test following the circumstances surrounding the singer's death in September 2023 at his residence. The matter was, however, adjourned to April 7th, 2026 for the collection of samples which will be monitored by welfare officers. On international update, the United States has imposed sanction on Rwanda Army and 4 of its senior commanders, accusing them of fueling the conflict in neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo. Fighting has persisted despite United States brokered peace deal in December between the Congolese and Rwanda government aimed at ending the long-running conflict in the eastern DR Congo. The United States Treasury Department accused Rwanda Army of undermining the peace deal by training, equipping and fighting alongside the M23 rebel group. Rwanda swiftly rejected the accusations, stating the sanctions had unfairly targeted one side and misrepresented the reality and distort the fact of the conflict. Kigali denies supporting M23 despite overwhelming evidence and says its military presence in the region is a defensive measure against threats posed by armed groups in DR Congo to Rwanda's security. And that's how we end it on the morning news update. Do want to log on to all socials at Ghana Talks Radio for more news stories. My name is Deborah Adoso. Good morning.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast. French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1.
Good morning to you once again. You are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show right here on Ghana Talks Radio. This is your favorite online radio station. We are streaming live on Facebook at Ghana Talks Radio, on X at Ghana Talks Radio, and also on YouTube at Ghana Talks Radio. This is the second segment of the show. Do well to tap on the link. Do well to tap on the video. Join the live, send in your comments, and let's get interactive. And as you know,
Talks Radio,
on the second segment
number
of the show, we
one.
come along with knowledgeable guests who are going to dive into the issue for discussion. And this morning, I must say that I'm so elated to have a very fine gentleman sitting right here in the studios from the NPP camp. He is ready to dive into the issues. You can send in your comments, send in your opinions, what you think about it. We'll read them, and then if they have to reply to them or react to it, they will. Thank you so much for joining me on the second segment. Right, joining me right here in the studios is Mr. Emmanuel Chambers, the NPP Communications team member. Good morning to you, Mr. Chambers, and you are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
And good morning, and thank you so much for the opportunity. It is always my pleasure to be here. So.
To be here,
yeah.
Right. It's good to have you. You are
the
welcome.
pleasure remains mine.
You are looking very good in your casual outfit.
Thank you so much.
Very nice.
I take that as a compliment.
Oh yes, but what happened? Why are we tuning in today? Why are you in white? I'm also in white. What's happening? Are we going out after here?
Probably. I don't know. Yes,
are we going out after here?
And
also that I'll prepare myself. You get it.
Just prepare yourself.
Yes, I should prepare myself. So that after here we'll go for breakfast or lunch, whichever. Right. Me, I like Wachi. I know your people in the northern
has
region.
been my favorite.
Yeah.
It has been my favorite.
Right. I know your people in the north. They are very good Wachi cooks.
I have a very good joint at our place there.
Yes. Oh, then I'll pay you a visit.
Maybe because today I'll be fasting. Let's just hope at the end of the day.
Mr. Chambers, you are fasting.
I said maybe today.
Why are you fasting today of all days?
That's because I can just decide to fast at any time.
Oh, okay. We are in Lent, so it's possible for you to fast at any time.
Yes, especially when a builder will come on your way so heavy, you have no option but to fast.
Oh, I hear. Watch it. I hear.
Okay. I hear.
When watching the Gary, anyway, egg, you are done. You guess it, you are done. There's already beans in there. There's protein. You don't need too much protein.
If you say so.
Yes. So don't worry. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Very well.
Right. We have Mr. Moses Saki from the NDC's camp, NDC Communication team member, also seated right here in the studios with us. Good morning to you, Mr. Saki.
Good morning.
And you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
How
it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. Hope all is well.
By the grace of God, I'm fine. Please.
Work is keeping you from us.
Oh,
money has come. Appointment has come. Have you received your part of the national cake? Tell us, so show us the way.
Okay. There's hope in the country.
There's hope in the
country.
So
we are all trying to, associate ourselves so that it also affects us, so that it also affects the grassroots. So yeah, we are still working for the party. And then we all knew what occurred. It was sad though, but yesterday made it happen and it occurred very, very well. So it's also part. That's the main reason why I was not able to even come here, because
what happened
we are
yesterday?
still. That was Ayawaso.
Oh, come on.
You see, so it was a sad thing that occurred. So by yesterday we crowned it a success.
Oh, okay.
So
we thank God.
Okay.
We will move into that. That's actually part of our topics.
Sure.
But before we go into that, I think this is the first time I'm seeing you after the President's State of the Nation address.
Yes.
So I would like to briefly, we'll talk about that.
No problem.
Then we'll zoom into the main topic for discussion.
Very, very important.
Sure. Right. So the SONA. Mr. Chambers, what's your overall assessment of the SONA? Did it meet your expectation? Because I remember vividly that day, that Friday, you were seated here, outlined some things you wanted the president to address. What is your assessment? And looking at what you mentioned on that Friday, did he address certain things you pointed out?
Thank you so much. And I want to say good morning to all our cherished listeners. and to my dear NPP family. I greet them all. Honestly, viewing into the SONA, I think we received promises rather than results, because for me, my expectations were not actually met. And I think the ordinary Ghanaian on the streets, expectations were not also met as well. That notwithstanding, there were some issues or things that the president actually mentioned, and when you look at it carefully, you will understand that yes, maybe probably they've done something around it. For me, I don't think condemning a political party or condemning a government is the best. It's always trying to, fustigate. Try to put on facts and compliment them when there's a need, and also try to let them know where they are supposed to strengthen or tighten their belt. So I listened to promises. SONA was actually promises that we listened to.
But it wasn't the true state of the nation.
It wasn't the true state of the nation address. Even if it is, it didn't meet my expectations. If you look at it, somewhere along the line, the president was looking into the eyes of Ghanaians. The entire world was watching, but the president was still lying to the Ghanaians.
What did he say?
The president told us that they have succeeded in employing or giving out over 1 million jobs to the Ghanaian youth. When we know that people that are there, when you listen to Ghana statistics, they stated it's around 330,000.
Yeah.
And if you take the 330,000, it's not even half of what he mentioned. Where are the people? Which people are still employed? You understand? So just be fair to the Ghanaians. If you have promised us jobs, if the president on mounting the podium told the Ghanaians on that fateful day that, oh, I have employed 330,000, we understand the system.
Did he say creating, or
he said they have employed about yes, they've employed about 1 million youths. They've succeeded in getting 1 million youth, over 1 million youth Ghanaians into jobs. That was what the president said. And I see to it that it's something we all know, all of us putting it together, media, whoever, we all know it's just a proclamational statement, a statement of untrue. If you come to where, for the agri sector, you already know my position when it comes to agri, because I'm a farmer, and so I don't joke at that side at all. And it's also, let me say that, a backbone of our economic development in this country. So we don't have to joke with the agri sector. I was really expecting the president to say some initiatives and certain things they would do to assist our farmers. But President mountain podium on that day, I didn't listen. I didn't hear anything. The Nkoko that they promised us, he stood and told us that they've given out 720 chickens to 13,000 people. I was thinking they will lay a corrections to it. Initially when I heard it, I took it for like it was a mistake. Every one of us could make a mistake. Yeah. But as we speak, if there are any source where, Parliament is a house of record, right? If they have not expunged that part from the president's SONA, it means by all indication that he lied to Ghanaians, because you can't share 720 chickens to 13,000 people. You understand? Now, listening to the president, I didn't hear him saying something, or he hasn't said anything about their flashy policies. This big push, I sat here, I said some of the constituencies where I'm coming from, the big push projects are not ongoing there. The 24-hour economy and so many others. Nothing is ongoing. The nurses are still on the streets crying. All they keep telling us is that they've secured a payment plan and they are working around it. Enough of the announcement. Who is interested in this announcement? Anytime they come, in the next 4 months. Anytime they come to address the nation, or they come to tell us in the next 5 months. Enough of the lamentations. And so, I believe that the president has done so well by still campaigning to us. We are out. He has won election. Why the campaign again? And now, after saying all these things, I was even expecting him to say things about recruitment, the security side. You see, they enrolled the applications for close to a year now, especially the security. Everything is ongoing. When Honorable Alexander Fenyomakin made a statement around it. Now they are holding him to appear before the Privileges Committee. Well, I think he even added that he wanted to be very public, and that's very fine. You see, we are not criticizing the government, all because we want to criticize the government. They know why we are criticizing them. They are actually giving us this opportunity. You see, when I was coming, I was just thinking about something, and I think that has already been discussed here. When we mentioned Russia-Ukraine war days back, they were saying that we're making noise, a whole lot of lies and all that. Today, they have gone back to tell us a lot of things, saying that it will affect our economy. Is that not what they are telling us now?
Who came out to say that?
Okay. The NDC government is on. Listen, the NDC government, they are guises of the view that I saw a projection that the fuel prices is likely to go up by 3 cedis. Maybe ending of this month or 24th of this month. Who made that? Join News.
It's just an assumption.
No, it's not. They made a projection. The fuel prices is likely to go up. It's likely to go up, and this could be factors surrounding external factors around the war we are experiencing. You understand? So, I mean, saying things in public to secure political points is not the best. NDC has said everything they want to say in 2024. So there's nothing left for them to say it again. All they need to do now is to fulfill all their 2024 promises they made to the good people of this country. They have so many of them. Surprisingly, a flashy policy over a year, you the president, a whole government, you have not been able to enroll any of your policies. Come on, I am surprised. So Sona did not address some of us our expectations. My expectations were not met. Ordinary Ghanaians' expectation was not met. But I believe that the only people that will claim and think their expectations were met could be NDC communicators.
Right. He also made mention that the economy is back on track. Do you believe the economy is back on track?
Economy is back on track. High cost of living as we experience today.
Seriously?
In what
high cost of living.
In what terms?
I tell you that. You go out there, a ball of kinky was bought how much? 5 cedis, still 5 cedis.
And it's still 5 cedis.
It's 5 cedis.
Yes, it's still 5
It's still 5 cedis.
So you were expecting it to
reduce? But they said we criminally manage the economy. When they come, the kinky will be bought at the price of 2 cedis, 1 cedi. Were you not in this country? When they were carrying kinky to media houses, and I think nothing actually, I'm telling you that things are so high in this country. If you claim you have reduced the fuel prices by all indications that all the economic indicators are positive, you have succeeded in reducing the fuel prices, and I tell you the prices of transportations, commuters are still suffering. You have not done anything. Commuters are still suffering. You see, the noise, I can't remember that person's name, the noise they made over this is it Ayalolo buses, the electric buses, the noise they made in 2024, 2023, I thought if NDC come to power, the transport ministry would do something very fast about it so that all those buses will start running. Honorable Nimpe, Doctors, they are still carrying bags around, walking, and people are suffering out there. when we say that you've ensured positive economic indications, or all indicators are positive, and people are still suffering in the country, there are no jobs, where can you say a country is doing very well? That's when there is massive employment of the youth. So the economy is doing well, you can employ your people. Graduates are still there, badges upon badges are packed in the house, and we are experiencing positive economy every day. That has been your song. Right. But what is the impact of the positive economy?
Okay, Mr. Moses.
Okay, thank you very much, and I do appreciate the good deeds that GhanaTalks Radio is doing for Ghana. And I think today is my first time meeting.
Okay, I see.
And I love the way he's talking and saying whatever he likes. And I want to greet some people before I proceed. Wherever he says, I see John Dramani Mahamais, I say God richly bless him for resetting Ghana and bringing hope back to the people of this country. Whatever went on, that was last week Thursday, about the State of the Nation address. I call it the light of Ghana. Why am I saying so? My brother here is bold enough to come and say things that he has no idea of. Let's come to employment. Jodomani Mahama is not a joke. Neither will he ever be a joke. You people brought NAPCO. How did NAPCO head? Can they tell us the number of people? Even NAPCO was paying 700 Ghana cedi. How did NAPCO end? Even when it comes to pensioners, our mothers and fathers, that was the first time in history when I entered into politics to see grandparents on the streets demonstrating. What did you use their money for? When Jodomani Mahama came, 2025, after the election, less than 4 months, you should ask us, where did we get the money to pay our parents back? Have they been paid, yes or no? You're a journalist, you can also answer me. Have they been paid, yes or no? Last week, I was listening to a respected minority leader, Honorable Afenyo Marcus, on UTV. Common calculations. Just because of politics, he was not able to even answer. I was just laughing. He was saying things are expensive. Things are expensive. In the past 8 years, did you see the MPP giving out coupons to buy fuel in this country? Tell us. Did you see the MPP giving free coupons to buy fuel for their constituency members? He should tell us. Afenyo Markins, Honorable, sat on national television disgracing himself, telling Ghanaians that things are difficult and things are hard. But his own former MPP General Secretary, John Boydu, was even recommending Jodomani Mahama. He was just talking. The man was so happy, praising Jodomani Mahama. Right after the Sona. Yes, the president is doing well, but we're waiting for actions. Chebonsu was also talking about it. Gabi Ochudaku was also talking about it. So what is this man here talking about? We saw Jerry Ahmed at Weja giving coupons to buy food. In that era, for past 8 years, did you see any MPP appointee giving free coupons to people to buy food? You should tell us. Even the former minister in the northern region was even giving coupons. 3 days sharing coupons for people to come and buy because food on the island. And Honorable Federal Marcus was talking. He also made Kenke Atisu. Who brought Kenke to 5 cities? Was it not the MPP? Are we now buying Kenke 6 cities, 7 cities? It has maintained. By the past 8 years, you go and buy this Vortic. If today, for example, if it is 10 cities, for example, less than 2 hours, 1 hour, when you come back to Mokola, how much? You add 5 cities to each. But now, when you go to Mokola, the same tomatoes that we bought yesterday, is the same price. That's the same thing that God said. I'm the same God today, tomorrow, and forever. So if Ghanaians are seeing the light, you see, the reason why these people has the audacity is that sometimes I want Attorney General to, listen to us, that we want to see actions. The transport that our guy here is talking about, we saw the way they were selling it. But for you to show evidence, we need to go to court. Let the law work. These are some of the things, because when we start arresting them, facing the law, they'll be able to keep shut. You have the audacity here to come and talk that MPP, people are crying for MPP to come back. For where? When I was on ground since last week, when I heard Nana be on grounds at Iowa, so I was just laughing. Come and tell the people what you did for them in the past 8 years. In the past 8 years, when MPP was in power, what did they do for Ayawaso? They have no message for the people of this country. You are here come talk about cocoa prices. When you are buying cocoa, how much were you even giving the cocoa farmers a percentage?
Right.
You understand me? So they should not even come and talk about whatever they want to say. They should bring what kind of message that they want to share with Ghana, so that 2028, if God doesn't come, if the percentage will not be divided, then we thank God. Sona was perfect, but I will not give Sona 100% sure. because we are all waiting for 24 hours economy.
Yeah.
He was talking about job.
Yeah.
The bill has been endorsed. Am I telling lies, yes or not?
Yeah.
That's the same way that they brought in yield levy. You are coming to talk about hardship here. You never created jobs for the people of this country, and you brought in yield levy, emission taxes, COVID levy, betting tax. Meanwhile, Ghanaians were crying. Even your own people in the administration was telling us, no, let us sack Kenuforiata. Let him go. But where is he now? You are coming to talk about hardship. When Kenke was running up and down, helter skelter, were you able to talk about it? When NAPCO people, students, you are coming to talk about nurses. See, for you to govern a nation that you came to meet, which was in a bad shape, we have planning. You think ahead, you forecast. You need to organize yourself. When we are talking about 24 hours economy, you just don't just get up and come and say, I'm coming to implement this. That's the same way you sat down and you brought stone and placed it in the plane and brought it to where? National Cathedral. Were you able to give an account to it? You should tell us. Did you come here to Ghana Talks Radio and come and shout and come and tell us that they should give us account? Are we ready to chew stones? You are here. Did you tell us the amount of money or where you got the money from to go and dig that hole? National Cathedral. Don't we have stadium to go and pray there? Independence Square, don't you have? And you have the audacity to come and talk about. And what happened to our late brother that died last week and was buried last week or whatever? The hit and run car when he went to 37. If La General Hospital was there, this man would have gone there. But you guys said they're going to renovate it. But where is it now? And do you think the Doman Mama will just get up? Now go and see, last week I was even there. They've started the project. Over 8 years, Tema oil refinery. You guys, how much were you even about to sell it? But look at that, less than 1 year, look at what Honorable Edmond Combat is doing. And you ain't come to talk about the economy, my brother. You people have no message. MPP, they have no message. But you see, when the time is due for the arrest to occur, that's why I'm saying that we urge, because Ghanaians voted for us to change the economy. Correct. So if things are not going on well, let us prove. How can you, Mirakabaji, go and pay people? Cocoa farmers 2.5. Did you see the video or not? Was I the one who went to talk for them? Now it's like we have cocoa farmers who are for MPP and DC. Yesterday when I saw another prayer and going to the, I was just laughing. Were they able to do this when cocoa farmers were telling that they were selling fertilizers for them? The road constructors that they said they are going to construct within the cocoa sectors, were they able to give account to it? These are some of the questions that we need to ask our cocoa farmers. But Dr. Wani Mama will not tell you that until be Dr. Wani Mama is still the hope, whether they like it or not. We are not leaving cocoa farmers out. We respect them no matter what. And he was talking about petrol will be affecting because of the
Iran and US.
Where is the statement that came out? You understand me? Where is the statement that came out? Even after COVID, you guys were still charging us COVID levy. Am I telling lies or not? You see, for you see, sometimes when we are governing a nation, we use taxes, right? But when I'm paying taxes and you're not giving me accountability, forget about it. You are talking about big push. I don't know which kind of constituency is coming from. We don't get up and say we're going to do big push like that. But when you go to most Ablekuma South, it's ongoing there. Amasama is ongoing there. You understand me? A lot of places are facing it. We came 1 year. You guys were having 8 years. How many kilometers of road were you able to give us? A lot of debt. You see, sometimes when I see them talking, I don't blame them. Because they want to do everything to project their party, which I understand. But now Ghanaians are not sleeping. Ghanaians are not sleeping. You understand me? If today, Afenyo Manki sat on UTV and telling her, say, the economy is hard. The presenter was asking you, say, the past 8 years, I was buying petrol. Let me say 1,000 Ghana cedi for me to get my full tank. But today, I'm buying a 600 Ghana cedi to get my full tank. Is it a profit or a loss? This is common account and economics.
Right.
You understand me? You are telling me that still KK is 5 cedis. By your time, when you go to Osu, you even get KK 7 cedis. But now, it is being maintained. This is simple economics for you to know.
You understand me? So if I'm buying today this Vortic water for 5 cedis, your time is like the world is coming to an end. You understand me? You're talking about transport fares and co. Sometimes when you are even coming from Kandishi to Awoshi, you can pick 2 cars before getting there.
But now you pick just one.
You see, it is a gradual process. And sometimes we need to tune our mind. Because we are not supposed to wait for national security to come on grounds, municipal guards to come on grounds. The president is doing whatever he's supposed to do.
Right.
You understand me? So why is it that MPP is not appreciating? Are you trying to tell me that when he was coming, did he work? He bought a car. Their time. How much was petrol 1 liter? So this is part of the economy. We've come into power 1 year. You guys had 8 years. What did you do? Sometimes their own Owusu Bempa will tell you that sometimes when you guys are talking about Galamsey, are talking about the economy, you have no moral rights. You have no audacity. Their own deputy.
To speak like that.
You see the thing? So if Dr. Mandi Mahama is coming, do you expect us to perform magic within 1 year? Even 1 year is even better than your 4 years and your 8 years that you came to power. You understand me? So please, we should just stay focused.
Yeah.
Continue.
Right.
To support Dr. Mandi Mahama.
Right. So in your opinion, the state of the nation address was the true state of the nation address.
That's it.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Sure. So as I said earlier on, I'm not going to give Dr. Mandi Mahama
100%.
Correct. But if you want me to rate it, I'll give him 75.
75.
Because we are all waiting for how the 24 hours economy will be implemented. Yes, the bill has been endorsed. We need to have our own administration on it too, so that we'll be able to do the needful. You understand? We are not going to rush as they did for NAPCO. I always ask myself question. 700 Ghana cedi we were not able to pay. And I come to press our neck. Over 8 years, what did you do for Ghanaians? What is your track record? You understand me? I'll come when we go to Ayawa show. Yeah. I'll come and say what they are even communicators and co is even doing that. I was just laughing.
We are moving.
No. I want to respond to
something.
He dares me to provide some evidence, and I have to. I told you that your own government mentioned that the Middle East war could affect our economy. You said nobody has said so. Now I read this. Speaking during bilateral talks in Arusha, I don't know if I get it wrong, correct, Tanzania. On March 3rd, 2026, the president described the Middle East as the epicenter of global oil supplies and cautioned that any prolonged instability would have direct negative consequences for Ghana's economy. That was the words of the President John Dramani Mahama. And you can do your checks or ask your producer to do that for us. I will never sit here and lie. And I always say something. I have always trained myself never to say something that when I'm asked to produce the evidence, I won't have evidence. And anything I say on social media, even if I don't have anything, I choose to remain quiet rather than publishing lies. I listen to you and you said a whole lot that you guys, you are giving out coupons, a whole lot of things, the economy is down. You fail to understand that the same government we have today ruled this country from 2012 to 2016. You saw the prices. We bought fuel in this country at 15. Look, these are evidence. I told you, maybe for the fact that you are meeting me today, you might not know. I have always stick to saying what I know. And what I don't know, even if what I know is very little, I feel like saying that. We bought for 2016 at 15 cedis per liter. When MPP took power in 2017, do you know how much we bought? The four prices was around 9 and 10. You can go and do your checks. That was how we brought the four prices.
So actually, because of the Ukraine war, that's why it went
high. No. I always say that. I sit on social media and I always say that. You see, when you look at the first term of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, from 2017 to 2019, I tell you, it was one of the best ruling we received from the president. But you see, 2020 to 2024, if you ask me, I will never say that the president has not done well or has done very well. Right. You understand? So that's always been my position. I know, yes, of course. But I always say that the external indicator, the external factors accounted to that. Because if he was doing well until the intersection of the COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine war, it means that we could not speak about the wrong side of it without mentioning the external factors. You understand? So
so because of that, you brought COVID levy.
Can you give us with regards to listen? I think that probably might not be the topic. Look, we can go into it. With regards to the levies, when we talk of taxes in this country, put the COVID levy, put the betting tax, so many other taxes. Those taxes you described as nuisance, put them together. You can never, the total amount of money you are supposed to realize at the end of a month from all those nuisance taxes can never be compared to electricity tariffs or electricity levy we are experiencing in this country. Let's do the calculations. If you want us to pack the two topics, we can pack it, go into it, do the calculations. It is the same calculation Honorable Alexander Fanyo-Markins was doing, and you said that he was lamenting. He was not lamenting. I tell you that you go, the e-levy. Please, you when you were talking, I respectfully watched you as a senior brother. When you talk of the D-levy, the doom of, if you like, the petroleum levy, I tell you that 100 Ghana cedis, the e-levy uses to be 1 cedi. You pay if you are transacting 100 Ghana cedis. Today, the D-levy, if you are buying 4 at the price of 100 cedis, you are paying above 4 cedis. So do the calculation, you understand that all those taxes you are describing, as nuisance and all that, it can never be compared to your little taxes you brought. You are overcharging the Ghanaians. They are crying out there. I tell you, people are suffering.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Chambers. It looks like you are very heated up this morning.
You see,
I'm not.
You see, whenever someone is telling lies, no, I can pretend.
No.
I understand me. You see, Ghanaians were backing at MPP the past 8 years.
Yeah.
That the economy was difficult, and you come to give us e-levy. Ghanaians want accountability. Can they tell us what they use the e-levy for?
The COVID-19.
Correct. Can they tell us?
I have no reason to lie.
You understand me? No.
All those monies were not accounted for. And as of now, we still don't know what.
So that is why I'm telling you that sometimes we want Ayeni to come.
When we say help us, when we say you should produce Sami Jemfi to come and account for the lost, for the gold loss. You are saying
so you see, he's just bringing himself.
I'm saying that if you want to go into this conversation,
Opokuma was invited with Sami Jemfi. Did he go?
He didn't go.
What did he say? And later, what did the man say? He said he regretted going because he has no evidence.
He has no evidence.
You understand?
He has no evidence.
That's what he said.
I watched that on news file.
So you see, he wasn't able to go.
And I even think IMF even came out.
No. If you have a video produced, or you have
my brother.
Look,
let's move on.
No, if you have evidence to the fact that
let's move on.
You were all claiming falsely.
Listen to him. He never said he has regretted.
Sami Jemfi was invited. Was Opon Nkrumah. Why didn't he go?
Opon Nkrumah never said he has regretted. In that I listened.
I never said Opon Nkrumah said it.
It wasn't Opon Nkrumah who said he has regretted, but the one who went to sit in place of Opon.
That's what he said.
Honorable. No.
I just forgot.
Please.
That's
the Wale.
No.
That's Doctor.
Listen, let's move on.
That's Wale's MP. He never said that. Please, I think you are putting words into the mouth of the man.
No,
he never said that. He said the man said.
We watched that on news.
No, he said.
It's not like.
Listen,
we are saying next.
He said. The man.
That's enough.
Let me correct that. You don't expect me to sit here as an MPP.
Let's go.
Then you put words in the mouth of a member.
We are not putting words into anybody's mouth.
So what did he say? Tell us.
He said his first time of meeting. What is it?
Sami Jemfi
on show. It was not easy. That he went unprepared. That was his words.
Unprepared.
He said he went. No.
Let's move on. Let's read.
IMF even came to clarify it.
Everyone. Do you believe? So you don't believe in IMF? When the same IMF told you that.
Right. Let's proceed. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Let's take a look at the Ayawaso East by-election that was held yesterday.
Sure.
So yesterday, voters in Ayawaso East constituency went back to the polls to elect a new member of parliament following the passing of the former NP. Is it right to say former NP? Passing of the previous NP. earlier this year. So the by-election was organized by the Electoral Commission, and 5 candidates contested for that particular constituency. But the main battle was between, obviously, it's between the NPP and the NDC. And we also had an independent candidate who went away from the NDC's camp.
Sure.
Yeah, I think is it Sanda?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Sanda. So the provisional results indicated that NDC had retained the seat, reinforcing Ayawaso's East reputation as one of the strongholds of the NDC. But beyond the victory, the bigger national conversation may be about the turnout, vote, enthusiasm, party mobilization, and what message the electorate is sending. Sure. Right. Let's ask ourselves this question. First off, let's begin from the top. What is your view, or what is your take on the election? Was it peaceful? Was it calm? Did it meet your expectations? Did it go how you expected it to go?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I think monitoring how the election went in Iowa East yesterday, it's one of the elections I can describe as free, fair, and diaphanous electoral process. It actually went on very well. If there are some malpractices, it's something that for now I can't tell, and I haven't heard anything. So I would wish that we continue to have our elections in that manner. If any candidate is going to be elected, it should be elected on peaceful grounds, so as to, not having our elections undermining our democratic principles. I believe that when a candidate is elected through violence, people don't actually recognize you as a true representative of the people. That is one thing I believe. So, monitoring what happened in Ayawaso yesterday, I would say that it went on very well. We all know, even when Ayawaso was part of Ayawaso Central, MPP has never secured a win in that constituency for the parliamentary.
Why is that?
That is because I would say that the people in that enclave are predominantly NDC. That is one thing I would like to say. Not that we as a political party...
So there's no day, or let me say, back in the years, we haven't seen any NPP contestant for that seat and has won.
Ayawaso Central was created in 2000.
In 2000.
We have never secured a win for that constituency, to the best of my knowledge, yes.
Right.
And Ayawaso East was created in 2012, right? We have never secured a win for the parliamentary elections. So I believe that the people are predominantly NDC. And I love the way things always go. But you see, some of these things are really not things that we should be expecting. That even when things are not right, we still go ahead to vote for our political parties. But in MPP, we actually have some constituencies that are also predominantly MPP. That today, if we are going into elections and an NDC person is going, they will not pay much attention to, because they know it is an NPP stronghold. For my very own political party, NPP, will see that people went there and they were given some kind of assurance that we're going to win the elections and all that.
Yeah.
Yes, in every contest, even if you know you are not winning, you never can say that.
You never can say
yes,
that.
Elections, anything can happen at the end of the day. I believe to some extent, politics, one way or the other, is God who chooses a leader. So probably I want to say that, in as much as people are of the view that Baba Jamal actually induced the delegates before getting the opportunity to get to where he is today and has also succeeded in becoming the MP. Some people were even raising concerns that he's not coming from that constituency, he's from Akwate and all sort of things. Yes, that is indeed true. But if he has the potentials and he by constitution he's qualified, I won't condemn it. If he was qualified by the constitution, if he stays there as prescribed by the constitution for over maybe 4 or 5 years and he's qualified to contest and he's a member of parliament representing them, I don't think there's any problem with that. I would only say that as a political party, NPP, the electorate, I mean the the people have already taken their stand. They've made their decision.
They've made their decision.
What can help us as a nation is the other side coming up together to advocate for the development of the constituency, and hold the man accountable so that he do exactly what he has promised the people. That's one thing I would love the MPP parliamentary candidate to do. My worry about the election was the low turnout. My worry about the election was the low turnout.
Before you go that, I was thinking that because we had the former president coming from that constituency, as in Nima, it would have been easier for the NPP to take over, but we didn't see that at all. What do you think is responsible for that performance?
Like I said earlier on, it's a constituency reserved for NDC. Even when the former president was contesting, he never won in that constituency. If you go and look at the voting patterns, he has never secured one in that constituency, even when that person was coming from there and was contesting.
Right.
Yes.
But we also saw that Baba Jamal, they say, is not a homeboy at Nima, but came all the way from Akutia. But he came and then all of a sudden he just won the seat easy peasy. Let me put it that way.
A lot comes in when it comes to parliamentary elections. People will go and vote not because they are close to you, but because you are representing their party. Others will vote because you have given them something to vote. If you look at you see, whether we like it or not, state influence will also go in there. That we have the president, the sitting president being the NDC. Definitely, why don't they feed on that? You know, all the national machines would actually swim in his favor since he was the person representing them. And so I believe that once he was elected to represent the party, irrespective of where you were coming from, it will be very tough to talk to some residents in the area to really understand that. You see, before you secure a win from a constituency that is predominantly noted for one political party, you have to start it from somewhere. You understand? For Baba Jamal, I want to say that he has the dream, he has the ambition of becoming a member of parliament for that constituency. So he has started working. In his own maths, he said he has been granting loans and all stuff to
making donations to the people.
So it means he has started from somewhere. You understand? So I believe his idea of securing that seat for himself one day, one time, or leading the people, that dream, he developed it some years back, and he has started working towards it.
Right.
I cannot end specifically without talking about the low turnout.
Yeah, we will come to that, but I want to hear from Mr. Saki as well.
Okay. I don't know whether my brother is trying to cry or not. But as he said,
I think the voter turnout affected every
yes, because I was on grounds.
I was there. I won't cry. Why? Because once the election was conducted on peaceful ground, I'm very okay. Right. I would have been worried if that constituency were, let's say, our own home
and it was
taken away.
Right.
But that miracle will never happen.
It's a no.
You never can tell.
So you see, exactly. For that one I can tell.
Too.
I can tell with fact.
And also,
that one I can tell with fact. So, as I said, I was on grounds and it was a success because we were also going to house, and I don't know whether it's because of their fasting, and secondly, most of them, you see, it's a working day too. But from 7 going to 12. That time,
AM.
Some of the police stations were expecting 300 people to come and vote. Then you see that it's just 60, 50. So what are we supposed to do? We just go around. Sometimes we go to a place that they've even locked the place. They are asleep or not. We just knock the gates, their doors to prompt them.
So it was a door-to-door.
And I think that was the same thing that they were also doing. And yesterday it was nice. When I saw, what was the name? Is it your third vice chairman, Zuka? And then with the hours to Baba, you know, like it was a fun. You see, it was a fun. We're just teasing ourselves, and you see, they themselves know that they will never win.
You understand me? They should not use the
for
low.
my guys.
No, you see, they themselves know that they will never win. You understand me? No matter what, if it's even our stronghold or not, they themselves know. Yes, we have political parties, MPP, NDC. That's the same way some will say that when we go to Honorable Fenyo Markin's place, it will be a do or die something. But you see, it was a success. And when you look at the history, it has been full of NDC because our people were on grounds. Not only on grounds, we show them evidences that Dodoma Mama is in power. Vote for Baba Jama.
So you use the incumbency.
Oh yes,
advantage.
it's very, very important.
Right.
We are in power. If your father is the president of the Republic of Ghana, are you trying to tell me when they are sharing something, you're not going to get it? And Baba Jama is a hard-working man. He's someone who is a verb. You understand me? We sat him down, even though the occurrences came. I came here. I never supported it because people sharing TV and co. The man understood it. You understand me? The leaders of our party called him, and we all understood it. Now, who do we have? We have Baba Jama. What are we supposed to do? He was sat down, looking at the things that Ayawaso East people need. Nima, Kanda, those places. You understand me? Infrastructure. This is what we need. When it comes to health, this is what we need. So we went around telling them what we can do. We expatiated the big push when it comes to help Mama cares, when it comes to free, no fee stress, because we have students there.
Yeah.
You understand me? These are some of the policies that the man in Mama has brought. So if your MP is going to the chamber, what are we supposed to do? Let us focus on him. But Nanabi and Co were telling him, say, is it Baba Ali? Or the Mudidiwa? Or the Enum Soa? Those things.
These are not, a Nima boy.
See, this is not a political thing. This is not a message that we need. Tell them what your candidate can do. You understand me? And when our brother here says that it's our stronghold, yes, but you can also change it.
Right. Would you say that, looking at what you said, let me say lack of message, they couldn't put their message across. Would you say that is why?
Yes, it's also part because you guys sat and came into power 8 years. We were asking them, what did Nana Akufo-Addo, former president, do for you? Tell us.
But back then, the NP for that particular constituency was also an NDC.
It was an NDC. That's what I'm telling you. Say they will try and sabotage you. Do you understand? Because he was an NDC person, and the party is not in power. Do you think that he can be able to get it? Do you understand the picture? And the 8 years, the people there also pay taxes.
Of course.
So why won't you do it for them? You understand me? So if truly MPP wanted to win that power, they should have done something for them. Because you see, I always say that we all knew that 2024 would win. But nobody dreamt that we'll get the massive majority that we are having. No, that one is a lie. But it came as a plus to us. That's what we need to guide it firmly, to show evidences. That's what we, the communicators, we stood on grounds to tell them that Baba Jama is going to draw the majority. Whatever minority will get, or whatever majority will get, Baba Jama will make sure that Ayawaso East will also get.
Right.
Do you understand me? So these are some of the things that even General Chairman came to say. And Baba Jama, we all know his good days. They were saying Akwetia, Wakoya waiting, but Akwetia Chairman and
Nico
and
they came to support him to campaign.
Do you understand? This is the unity that we want. It's not about you come and tell that the person sits with you, the person doesn't. At least, our former first gentleman of the land was another Tanko Akufo-Addo. You will tell us that he is always with us, but you can never see the person. And Baba Jama stood firm and brought hope to Ayawaso East. Look at the man, look at the gap. But me tell her that my gap like you should let our gap. But Baba Jama showed it. You understand me? So we use our message on grounds 247 to be able to project Baba Jama. Even though we're not happy with the turnout or whatever, but we're focusing on the product that we're going to sell. You understand me? So these are some of the strategic things that we used. And you see, what I want to tell the Ayawaso is that Baba Jama will be sworn in very soon. Whatever we expect him to do, he will surely do it. But it will be a gradual process.
You understand me? And then I also want to congratulate him and want to tell him that whatever we the communicators came down projecting him, he should listen and do it, because we have another year to go, 2 years to come. Anything can occur. We are all praying for good health, strength, and God's wisdom and understanding to be able to govern our nation Ghana. So we want to encourage him that it is not easy, because where we went and passed Ayawaso is corner Charlie and easy. I was like, hey, so I say Charlie will be there. So it's not easy. You say you should cope with the DC, the municipality, the assembly members. At least, let's say the truth. Some of the places that we went was not okay.
Was not okay.
Understand me? We need to just keep our environment clean. And they were all lovely people. You see, so Baba Jama, I want to say kudos to him, but it should just flow as the way we went to house, the same way when the nod is given to him. He should just go. He should not wait for campaign.
Yeah, he should not wait.
Go and have interaction with the
and
people.
And he should make sure that the donation should still go on.
Oh, definitely.
Just as he has mentioned that he was doing it before the election.
I'm sure that day my brother will go for some.
So where are going to carry
maybe you get a fridge. Fine, okay, Mr. Chambers.
So, we are all praying for the rest.
Now, what do you think resulted in the? What do you think is responsible for the voter turnout?
Well, I just don't want to say that it was as a result of the fasting. Not at all. I don't want.
You don't think the Ramadan
I don't think
is a factor?
It's a factor. If you consider this factor, I mean the low turnout, it's not just yesterday. It began in 2024. If you look at the presidential elections, the turnout was low as compared to other previous elections. Even at Kwatia, when we had elections, you understand that the turnout was also very low. Tamale, the same thing. You understand? But yesterday's one was West. That's one thing I can say if you consider it. Out of, close to 50,000 voters in that constituency. Actually, it's around 49,000. In fact, very close to 50,000. Less than 18,000 people came out to vote. I mean, it means just small number of people availed themselves yesterday to make a decision for the entire constituency. And that is my worry. What at all could be the problem?
Yeah, what could be the problem?
You see, one issue has to do with the fact that sometimes the way we induce delegates with money, it's one of the reasons. You see, we give delegates a lot of money, properties and all that. And you see, when those delegates go back to tell the voters to come out and vote in general elections, they say, oh, you have already chopped some. Me, I didn't chop anything. I won't come out. If you don't give me something, I won't come out. I tell you, one story that is affecting our elections or our electoral process in this country.
So you think because some people didn't receive the item, that is why they failed to come out to vote?
Most of the people, they always wait. You have received enough. You are sitting on it. Me, I didn't chop anything. You want me to come and queue and leave my work to come and vote for someone? See, most people are reading meanings into this money we induce the delegates. The delegates are very happy and they are praying that we should never have mass voting during internal election. But I tell you that delegates, inducement of delegates is what is leading to this low turnout. Another thing is the fact that maybe choices are not rightly made.
What are some of those choices?
Let's say that you are supposed to, let's take it from this angle, that some people were saying that Baba Jamal, Honorable Baba Jamal now, is not a member of that constituency. He doesn't come from that constituency.
He's not a homeboy.
Someone from that political party has even broke away from him and formed his own party. What was the message that he sold to the people in that constituency? They are all in the same political party. Even though there are audios, videos that the MPP, someone said Baba Jamal is not from that constituency. Their own party members also said Baba Jamal is not from that constituency. Sanders made that statement. You understand? And that is really attributed to the fact that he has to form his own party. You understand? So the way some politicians sabotage others, it's really meaning to the voters. And they are politicians are the very reason that are discouraging the voters to come out to vote. I'm telling you. So if you come to tell me that, oh, this person, we are all in NDC, and then you come to tell me that, oh, this person is not from this constituency, don't vote for him. NDC happens to be my party. Now, the person representing the NDC, my own party members are saying I shouldn't vote for him. So it's better I don't go. You understand? Another problem is that we actually don't encourage voters to come out and vote.
To come out. How come?
Sometimes when we go to meet people, we feel like giving them something. We always want to give them money. Oh, Charlie, take this 10 cedis, come out tomorrow and vote. You understand? If you give out that money and I look at it, knowing that, look, what you have given to me, it cannot influence me. Instead of you to tell me something meaningful, why I should come and queue a vote. You are giving me money and your message is about the money. I won't come out. I had a video where Baba Jama was dashing out rice to people. One woman's organizer, actually gave out rice. I have the video to people saying they should come out and vote for Baba Jama. These mini buses, this royal rice, the rice. I saw the video. Now, if I'm watching you receiving it, if I watch your colleague receiving that rice, unfortunately, they might not be able to share all the people in that constituency. It's only some people they will select and then share.
A few people who will get
few people that will get it. Now those people that will get it, well, we are expecting them to go out and queue. One bag of that rice is around 70 cedis. It's at 70 cedis. So if you have given it to someone, you have not given it to me, you ask me to go and vote, I won't go.
So you think all of these things you have mentioned attributed to the fact to why people didn't come out to come
out and vote. But yes, I think that is some of the reasons, if not all, some of the reasons. But in all of this, we are actually harming our own selves. Voting is a decision you must make. Exercising your franchise is very important.
It's a civic responsibility.
Exactly.
And no one should force you to go out
and vote. So if you sit down and allow some group of people, a small number of people to go and make a decision. In fact, the Baba Jama now stands as an MP for all of them, whether you vote, you don't,
or not.
That one is not our business. He's a member of parliament now. So if you don't like him, the best you do is to come and decide against him. And so I want to always say that it is not a good idea for us to always sleep and choose, our own activities over elections. It's very important. We don't have to do that. I'm in Accra. My vote is in Northern Region. Whatever it is, once I have to vote, even as I'm in my election, I have to go to Northern Region to vote. Yeah, so I would say that it's not a good idea. As a country, we need to change from that. That narrative, that point of view. Going out to vote is very necessary. We should not allow just a small number of people to go out and decide for us as a constituency.
Right. I think in the voter turnout also, we saw that in the 2024 general election.
Very well.
Where the NPP said that most of their people didn't come out to vote. That is why they lost the
Half
election.
of our people did not vote.
Did not come out.
Yes.
As to why they didn't come out is...
it was as a result of disunity within our
disunity within the party. Yes. Now, Mr. Saki, in future elections, we've seen this in the 2024 elections. We've also seen this in the by-election as well. So going forward, what do you think we can do as a country to encourage voters to come out and vote for their representatives?
You see, there is a proverb that says that you can force a horse to the what?
To the riverside,
but you can't force what?
The horse to drink the water.
That's it. You see, Ghanaians are now wise enough and to know and to do the needful. Let me use Doddomani Mahama as an example. Doddomani Mahama is doing massively well. I can't tell you that the NDC appointment or appointees are also doing well. Definitely, we are all human beings.
There are challenges.
Sure. One or two things may occur. You understand me? Then someone might prompt you, either you listen or not. You understand me? Since it's a political party, sometimes these things may occur. Someone may say that I've gotten an appointment. When I went to him, he did not help me. So from there, he's a bad person. But I don't know what the person is going on through. Because of that, me too, I'm a man. You understand me? Let's use this example again. The transport. Petrol was reduced. But spare parts, people will tell you, say, no. When you are bringing the things from Temahabo and go, it's not being reduced. So we are also not going to reduce it.
Exactly.
Are we not the same Ghanaians?
We are the same Ghanaians.
We saw the scandal that came out about the GRE at Temaport. When on about 247 and go. Who were the people who did it? Was it Donomani Mahama?
It was the individuals.
Good. So you see, we need to sit down. Donomani Mahama said that we are resetting our economy. If the president is trying his possible best, what are we also doing as individuals or as citizens? How can you charge someone from Kanishi to Kaswa and charge a person to 80 cedis? Why are we doing so? Meanwhile, we even paid lorry fare and your car, there's low maintenance.
Exactly.
So is it Jodomani Mama who is doing this?
We come back home with tetanus.
Good. When you go and talk, they'll insult you. So is it Jodomani Mama who is telling the people to insult you?
It is us. But don't you think it's also the responsibilities of the officials or the people who have been put or assigned to make sure that they check all of these things and make sure that these vehicles are not necessarily vehicles, but to check and supervise and make sure that things are done the right way.
You see,
example will be the police and maybe
that is what I'm telling you,
assembly.
that a hungry man is a hungry man. You can tell us to do what we are supposed to do, but it's between me and my God whether I'll do it or not. Do you understand me? People were saying that Baba Jama is not a homeboy. But Baba Jama came out to tell you what I can do. But still, a citizen will tell you, say, I need this amount of money before I vote for you. But the same citizen is forgetting that I am giving taxes, I'm paying my taxes. So let me just hold government accountable. So if the government is not working, Charlie, let's come together. Let's make our mind clear that when it comes to us again, we'll sack him. These are some of the firm and foundation things that we as citizens we need to do. You understand me? I always said that what made me join politics was because of the love I have for Ghanaians and people. It's not because I want to enrich myself. It's not because I want to be popular. These are some of the mindsets of the youth. You understand me? I remember when I started going on TV and radio, people would say that Charlie said it's Karamao. No one, no. F9. You understand me? So everybody wants to enter into politics. You see, we should be transparent enough. And this might even lead us to our next topic. Transparency is a key. We should try and hold ourselves accountable first. If today Baba Jama was giving you television, when he gets the nod, is he going to continue to give you television? This is a question we need to ask ourselves. When Arun Edusu, Honorable, when he had the accident, we saw the helicopter that went and picked them. I'm not telling lies. When you, I'm not saying so, would someone even know you?
Nobody knows.
Why can't we do the same for ourselves? Are you trying to tell me that the incident that occurred at Ridge, a whole doctor cannot sacrifice a bed for our brother to be saved? These are some of the things that we citizens need to think about. I try to tell me that no doctor. Sometimes you tell you say, once you are aware, I'll not do it. I try to tell me that the doctor himself does not have money to pay. When you are done, keep the person there. When the parents come out, take the money. Where is the love for the country? A whole member can sit on what's the name? Yesterday when I came back around 11, and then I was on TikTok, and then one guy was like, "Oh no," on himself, Baba Jama, a old man also at 74 years. I don't know whether you've seen the video.
I saw the video.
Even also at Abasa, he has 4 children. He's a teacher. So I try to tell him that when you were teaching, you were not saving. Are you waiting for a politician to give you money before you go? See, so when you cry, money 10 cedis poor, you call the children and go and vote. 74 years. So what kind of investment are you giving us as a youth? You understand me? So you see, I always tell say, when I go and campaign for you, when I go and project you, I know what you can do. Because when there's a least mistake, people hold me accountable.
You hold you accountable.
That is, you see the way I'm here talking about the good days of Zodoman Mama. That's the same way that we communicators are talking. Say, people voted for us to do oral. Come out and come and tell us what is going on and add actions to it. That's the same way. Because I know that NDC will come, NDC will go, but Ghana will still remain.
Ghana will still
You understand me? So, our citizens, when it comes to election, it is your right.
It's your right.
It's in the constitution.
It's your
Let us
responsibility.
do what I can do. If Ama can do it, let us go for Ama. Let's not sit down and wait for Ama to come in. See, when I go and vote for Ama without even getting something, I know said definitely Ama will do something proper that I will also benefit. We're also telling our brothers that you say you do one down, one village or whatever. They should even mention 5 for us. They can't even mention it. Nobody said that it is a bad thing. One constituency, one what? You understand me? So my constituency, there was nothing there. Abloguma South. When it comes to Amasama, there was nothing there. When it comes to Abloguma West, there was nothing there. But if this was definitely you defend it.
No.
You understand me? So if if it is in your constituency and you have evidence about it, I'll be happy because we have Ghanaians who also enjoy there.
Yeah, exactly.
So nobody will go and look for any color job or whatever. See, I was saying, if this thing was able to be implemented well, definitely unemployment will come down. You see, why won't you people take politicians for granted? If we are being able to migrate from stone into a plane to be brought to Ghana as tourism, why won't people get mad at you?
Right.
Why people get mad at us? You understand me?
So much interested in this.
No. You see,
this national cathedral. But you
see, it is painful for us to lose a own brother who is a breadwinner to the family. 29 years. Because of a bed. We should not put we should put MPP NDC aside. It can be you. It can be me.
But you see, first time speaking. First time seeing an NDC person concerned about the ordinary Ghanaian. First time. Like I've met so many.
So you are trying to say you are not concerned about the ordinary Ghanaian.
No, first time seeing an NDC communicator.
What about you? So what about you?
I said first time seeing an NDC communicator.
So they are all heartless.
Being concerned about an ordinary Ghanaian.
Concerned about
like seriously
the ordinary Ghanaian.
I'm telling you. Look, I'm telling you that you gave the Sona the percentage of 75. I tell you, some have already given him 100%. Even with the fowl, the chicken 720 shared, and we all know that could not be possible. People still went ahead. Hey, Charlie, you
see,
Mr. Chambers.
You see that thing? So that's why I want us all to start learning. Because my mindset and what I'm saying might be different from what you are saying. Because for us, when I saw the incident, I was like, because of a bed, someone died. What are we doing to ourselves?
It's sad.
So we should try and just put political aside. We should just face. That's why I was happy when the man in Mama said, "I war to you that you bring a scandal in my administration."
His administration. And so far, we haven't seen any scandal.
I mean, we are resetting ourselves. You understand me? So, and I believe
we are hoping that it continues like that.
And I believe, say, if there is, the man will let the person face it.
Yeah.
Because it's not coming to do father for all.
I think you've seen one with Baba Jamal.
You understand?
Alleged inducements.
You see the thing? So we should just act upon it so that it will serve a warning for us when coming.
Right.
Okay, so what I want to say is that we should just do the needful when the right time is due.
When the right time is due.
Sure.
Right. Mr. Chambers, what do you say to people who say that, the NPP, you are aware that that constituency is actually an NDC stronghold. Why didn't you just let go, just as you did in Tamale?
Oh, no. You see, the issue at hand here is that it is the ultimate decision by our NEC, the NPP NEC, to decide as to whether we represent in an election or not. And I believe that contesting for an election, it's fostering our democracy.
Yeah.
What actually happened at Iowa East, it was one of the things I will say it was best we expected, and it's actually what our democracy has called for. The case of Tamale, I don't know much reasons the NPP withdrew from the elections. I wanted to believe because of the national tragedy. I mean, the circumstances around it. Those days, every one of us was bereaved and all that. So even within the NDC contest, where the NPP did not go in, I mean, contested, you see that Iowa East was even peaceful more than that of the Tamale within the NDC themselves. So people were already bereaved. It was a national, issue that we were all handling. The 8 people, in fact, prominent people in this country lost their lives. So we, as a political party, we say, oh no, we don't have to be adding, salt into injury. We just have to give it to them, let them do whatever they will do, then it will end peacefully. As to whether we win or not, it is not a problem. Contesting an election, it's always been 2 things: either you lose or you win.
Or could it be because you didn't present the right candidate?
Is it in where?
In Iowa East.
No. The gentleman is very humble.
He's very humble.
Look, Ali is a very humbled person, and I love his posture from the beginning to the very last. I haven't seen him attacking or insulting anyone. He was telling the people what he would do, and when he wins, how he intends to uplift the constituency. I haven't also seen anywhere he has gone to give something to someone openly. If anything like that has been done, then it is secret. You understand? So he has really upheld all the principles of elections, and he has conducted himself very well. He's of age. He can speak. He can speak for the people, and he actually know what is worrying the people and the issues within that constituency. If you do the comparison, the turnout, it means that the person who represented the NPP in the last election, I think Rahman or someone like that, in 2024, the candidate at Iowa East, he didn't do better than this gentleman. When you look at the turnout, if you consider the turnout, so it means that he's a humble person, and he was a best candidate. To me, he was a best candidate. Yes.
Right. I think at this juncture we'll just zoom into the second topic for discussion. CDD Ghana draft bill to regulate political party financing. So the Ghana Center for Democratic Development, CDD Ghana, has drafted a new bill aimed at regulating how political parties raise and spend money in Ghana. According to the Director of Programs and Operations at CDD, the proposed bill has been submitted to the Attorney General for review and possible presentation to Parliament with government backing. So the proposed bill is supposed to include creating an independent electoral financing and enforcement authority, setting clear spending limits for political campaigns, defining an official campaign period, and strengthening disclosure and transparency rules. So these are some of the key proposals that the CDD Ghana, presented to the Attorney General to include in the bill. Mrs. Aki. Yeah.
So I think the Ghana Center for Democratic Development, right? I think they are independent, prominent people.
Yeah, I think it's a civil society, if I'm not mistaken.
And it is a good call when it comes to governance. I think this head and tail is all about you being loyal to Ghanaians, faithful to Ghanaians, transparency, and accountable to Ghanaians. You understand? Because it's also within the law. Sometimes when we are going to contest for something, you need to declare your assets so that the law firm or the Attorney General and co who are in charge of such will also go through so that they will see the source of funds that you are getting yourself, whether you are coming in to jive public money and co. But as I said, it's a good call. We are hoping and praying that this thing will be accepted. We should just put political aside because Ghanaians are awake now. Yeah, someone can tell you, say, you can give me whatever you want, but when I get behind the ballot box, I know who I'm going to vote for.
Exactly.
Okay, so at the end, who can now buy? Okay, so we should just press hard because this will also be a good for the youth who are now coming.
and who are now focusing on their political career. For instance, if my brother and I want to go and contest for an MP in any constituency, what are we supposed to do? Let a person know what he or she can be able to do. I always say that politics is like marketing. You have a product. How can you convince me with evidences that when you buy my product, I will never disappoint you, neither will it harm you? So my brother will go and sell this, but you expect me to come and show off with my popularity and come and give you money. So after you giving me the money, what am I going to do? Am I come to serve you, or you are the one come to serve me? You understand me? So later on, my brother here, who has the vision and the plans for the constituency to develop when it comes to infrastructure, development of roads, schools, health, whatever, he cannot do it. But I have come in to capture the vision of the people without doing anything. So are we going or are we coming? So I think this policy or this will hold our appointees, MPs or administration accountable. Because you see, when Baba Jaman's own came, we saw it like a news, but this is not a news. It hasn't been happening. Let us say the truth.
Yeah.
Someone will say that my man is fair. Someone will say that I'm cooking, I'm bringing food and go. But ask yourself, was I not eating before the time was due? But you see, the perception and the motive we have for politicians. So he doesn't know me again. So let me demand this. Let me say my J. By the end, your hood, ask us, how many times do your MP come to your constituency after election? You see them from next year going, because we are heading to election, and this is what Ghanaians are crying for. At least you go to now, they go to parliament from 12, sometimes so much 9, 10. They are also human. They need to get rest. You understand me? They need to also go and rest for us or to get another energy for tomorrow's transaction. So we want this. I personally support it. I seriously support this thing, so that we'll be able to achieve a goal. You understand? Because Ghanaians need our leaders. We're the people that give them the mandate. So whenever they go to parliament, it's our focus, and we give them the power. They need to serve us, not we. So whenever they do something that it is wrong, which is not going to affect us in a positive way or in a positive manner, we should just be bold enough to say it. You understand me? As my brother here was saying that this is the first time he hearing NDC community or
being so passionate.
You see, let's put Ghana first. Whenever I go somewhere, I always tell them that John Dramani Mahama is not serving NDC. He's serving Ghana as well. So you should always put Ghana first. Whenever John Dramani Mahama puts Ghana first, we'll be able to get our profit. You understand me? So we beg our politicians that when this rule comes, I think the speaker is wise enough to also help us implement this. You understand? I'm also sure Afro Marquis will also happy.
No one should oppose it.
So this will also help us, so that if we are coming to politics and you have any bad intention, you'll be able to change it. Okay.
Right.
So I think this will be my intake for now.
Right, Mr. Chambers. Do you think that as a country we should give strict limits to campaign and spending?
Well, a call to regulate political party spendings and inducements by the Ghana Center for Democratic Development. It's a good call. It's indeed a good call, because I always say that the monetizations of our electoral process, it's actually not giving us the best representation. Sometimes some people are not qualified enough, but because they have the capacity, they have the resources, they have the money, they influence the minds of the voters so as to get a power, and that is not the best for us, and that won't help us as a country. You see, the issue here is that if you look around it, the politicians have created a system for us, and the voters they also love the system. Now if you look at it, it's like, oh, I have to buy the votes. After buying the votes, what happens is that when I get to the parliament, if I get the power, there's no need coming back. So if I know I can get 1 million at the end of let's say at the end of 4 years, why don't I throw in 8 million? You understand? That is the mind of the politicians. So they have calculated it so well. That is why we are lacking a lot in our constituencies these days. That is why this country is not moving forward. So the inducement of money, the buying of votes, is something I will always condemn. Another thing we have to look at is that if we have to encourage it, it undermines our democratic principles.
Yeah, it does.
Our constitutions, the laws in the country don't allow that. So once we continue to encourage it, it means we are not actually practicing democracy in this country. One thing I would like to add up is that, see, these inducements, the vote buying is what is creating room for defalcation, stealing, embezzlement, and corruption. If I've spent so much in getting your votes, and now I'm representing you, do you think if I don't get enough to replace what I've spent, I would have that money to come and develop the place? So you see, most of them, when they spend the money like that and they are fortunate to get ministerial positions, they want to always milk from it. That is the issue we have in this country. And so I believe that the buying of votes, it's a room, and that is a gateway for the corruption we are seeing in this country.
Including votes buying.
That is it. So I will spend much. I will buy your conscience. I would avert your minds by buying you. After buying you, when I go there, the money I used to buy you, I must make sure I get the money before coming to develop the constituency.
Right.
And so I think that idea of vote buying is not the best for us. I also want to say that supporting that call will come from the fact that it will foster the turnout. You see, this vote buying has crippled our turnout because delegates have chopped. I have not chopped some. You have given 32 inches of TV to someone. He has received over 3,000. In fact,
they are going to stand in the sun.
Exactly. And you know, as delegates, when they even go, they may not even stand there up to 20 minutes. Within 1 hour, they are done and gone. But I have to go and tune in the morning. Maybe in the afternoon, I'll be given the opportunity to vote.
Look at that.
So I think it's also discouraging our people from coming out to vote. Now, I have another side of this story, or this call from the CDD. The point is this. Have they been able to tell us why the existing laws are not working?
Exactly, because we have
we have so many laws.
Parties at
political 2000. Party at 2000.
Yeah.
PNDC law.
Yeah.
And even the Constitution, I think Article 55, Clause 14, has also stated, and it's also to that same effect. We already have the laws that are regulating, or that are supposed to regulate our electoral process in this country. That forbids the vote buying.
What is the NCC also doing about it?
It works very well. They are very quiet. Those bodies are very quiet. The NCC, I don't see their work. They are not really working. The laws are there. It's not about making the laws. You see, we can even have thousands of laws. Once you don't enforce them, they will never work. If you have one law and you strictly enforce it, it will work perfectly for you. But if you have the laws and you don't enforce them, if you have thousands of the laws, you don't enforce them, there is no way those laws are really going to practice. So I am saying that there are laws. There are existing laws. It's just that we have weak enforcement. I want to state something here. If you read the PNDC law, if you go through the PNDC law, let me read this. I think, yes, PNDC law 284, section 3. It states, a person commits an offense if they give money, gifts, or loans to induce someone to vote. B, offer rewards for voting or refraining from voting. And 2, accept money to influence their vote. Punishment, fine, or imprisonment.
You see, I've not seen anybody being in prison.
At least I don't know any. Maybe you know one.
No, please, I don't know.
So we already have the laws. I don't know what they are calling for is what is in this law. So why don't we implement this instead of calling for another law? So calling for a new law, I don't see the need. I support the call, but I don't see the need. If we still approve, if the parliament approves that new law, and there's still weak enforcement in the country, what is happening will still continue.
Yeah.
So I am of the view that The CDD, I don't know. I don't want to say they really don't know what they are doing, but I would have urged them to talk to the NCC, National Commission for Civic Education, and other independent bodies to look at the already existing laws so that it works well for us. Instead of coming up with new laws, adding the laws, at the end of the day, we don't even know which one is right and which one is not right. And you know what? One thing about these laws is that sometimes people make laws regarding certain situations. When we waiting for Baba Jama to induce delegates, then we come out with those kind of laws. So my final submission on this matter is that it is good for the call from the CDD. It's a good call to regulate and monitor the monetization of our electoral process. But I think we should at least try enforcing the already existing laws. If they failed, then we can go ahead with the new laws.
Right. Mr. Saki, if this bill is approved, who is going to monitor campaign finances? Is it going to be the EC, the Auditor General, or a new body will be set aside to do that? And who will be financing the campaign this time around? Is it going to be the political party, taxpayers' money, or the individual themselves?
I think all that we are saying, Attorney General knows about it. The office of the OSP knows about it. Both minority and majority knows about this.
They are aware of the situation.
Everybody, every politician should know about this.
So why are we quiet about it?
That's why I'm telling you that Ghanaians should be more awake. You understand me? When you come and you give me this thing, are you sure? Are you sure? Be sincere to yourself. I don't know which constituency you are coming from. If me, you know me. Gas Central. Okay. You know me. I've been here severally, and I come to contest for MPship in your constituency. Are you going to listen to my message only? At least you are human. If I come to give you a plot of land, will you take it or not? You understand me? I don't go far. 10,000, will you take it or not? You say that you take it, but it is a gift from my heart. Am I telling lies? Even though you know me. Sometimes you don't even look at the personality. Message now, man, no car or no. It doesn't want to hear.
Yeah.
More you try than mama, more now, me the whatever you want. And sometimes they even weigh. They'll weigh you. You've come to give me 10,000, and Kofi has come to give me even 20,000. Do you think I'll go for you? Do you understand the picture I'm making?
Yeah.
So with this, either the EC will manage it, the what's the name? Attorney General will manage it. It is between the implementation. You understand me? Because I believe that they know already, but we want to see actions. You understand me? We want to see actions because the rate at which, if you look at Edu Boy scandal, look at the amount of money. When you look at NSS ghost names, look at the amount of money.
Sada as well.
You understand me? Look at the things. You see, I don't support it. If the person is in my party, we just make sure that the person will be able to face the law.
Yeah.
Because see the account of money. You understand? Look at the amount of money. Sorry, that we are all hearing, but the implementation.
Yeah.
You understand? So we just beg that the law is already there. The law is already there.
It's already there.
As the former CJ said, the law is the law.
The law is the law.
So we should be able to implement it.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Right.
Yeah.
Mr. Chambers, a new body should be created.
So for now, I don't support the new laws.
They should enforce.
They should try to enforce the already existing one, because what the bill they are drafting is still what is in the PNDC law. The same thing is in the PNDC law. Are we not saying that the PNDC law is not effective in the country? And if it is not effective, which bodies are supposed to make it effective? And if it is not effective, so you are coming out with another law, which after you pass that, after that bill has been passed into law, who or which bodies are going to enforce that particular one? Is it the CDD that's going to enforce the law? Obviously, no. They're only making the law for someone to enforce it. So I think for us not to, I think there are some kind of political football and red herrings in all these draft bills and all that. Well, I don't want to go into that, but I'm tempted. I don't know if when before you draft a law, go out, do some kind of engagement, some money will come on your table. You understand that? Yeah, there's some money will come on your table. But I believe that if they want to, if they are really concerned about how our elections are conducted in this country, they should stick to the old laws. So that we don't spend much money in drafting bills and all those things. No. There's no need.
Mr. Saki,
Yeah.
your last words, please.
Oh, well. Oh, okay. As my brother said, I second it. We want the law to be implemented so that Ghanaians will know that politicians are not in to steal, kill, and to destroy. As we'll be able to see the past 8 years. I've not made any mentions like anybody's name. Yeah, if it's up to you, you just take it. But some politicians came to steal, kill, and to destroy, and that's why they are still destroying theirs. Really bad.
I thought you want to conclude, but I want to introduce more topics.
Oh no! I'm not introducing any topic. I've not made mention of anybody's name. So if the cap fits you, you just okay. So my last greetings to one of the hardworking, general directors who was on grounds. That's Mr. Yao Ampofu. Okay, when it comes to National Sports Authority, we're with him 247, and the man really showed, interest in the by-election because he was with us, and everything went on well. I also want to greet the people of Ablekuma South constituency that, by the grace of God, there will be a good atmosphere. The reset agenda in Ablekuma South constituency will be seen and be felt. You should not worry. Everything is going to be okay. And my last greetings goes to the mayor of Accra, Honorable Michael Kwakpaloti. Yesterday, he was also on grounds. He never shared money. He never shared anything. What he did was to project Baba Jama. That's what people were saying. But mayor was on ground. Mayor never shared money. When I saw it on social media, I was just laughing. We're with him 247. We're just projecting Baba Jama. What he can do. And by the grace of God, Ayawaso East was green. I want to say kudos to all the constituency executives, and kudos to also the one who came and was, chatted, and was also yesterday. I wish you were also there. Yesterday was fun. After the declaration, I was just looking for the Akas to come and play some songs for us, but they were nowhere to be found.
Right.
But we wish them the best.
Yeah. Mr. Chambers.
Well, my greetings to the family of MPP in Zabzu constituency and the entire MPP members, especially people that made it possible to avail themselves yesterday to Ayawaso East to support our own candidate, the MPP candidate. And we want to say a very big thanks to them. They actually did very well. I also want to call on the Ghanaians that since they have not heard anything meaningful from the SONA, they should not worry so much. After 2028 election, we will experience meaningful SONA, and that is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. When we vote for him to be the president of the country, he will not tell us stories, he will not lament, he will have a very short message for us, and that will be meaningful, SONA. And so we want to tell the entire Ghanaians that those who have lost interest in governance, those cocoa farmers that have lost interest and all that, hope is coming. Hope is coming. They should, still have some hope. They should hold on to some little hope so as to get this government whip in 2028. And so, yes, I also want to extend my profound gratitude to one member of parliament, as usual, my very own friend, a very humanitarian member of parliament for that matter, Honorable Stanley Yaunandaya. He's doing so well, being in touch with his people and providing a lot of employment for the youth and creating that kind of avenue for his constituency to smile. So we say a very big thank you, and we call on the constituency to endorse him in 2028 as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Saki. Thank you so much, Mr. Chambers. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation to sit on the platform and discuss national issues that are of interest to the people. Thank you so much for the submission, and thank you to our online guest. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. We'll meet same time tomorrow. Do have a lovely day.